The Adrian College Sports Network wants you to join us in thanking one of our sponsors, the Carlton Lodge of Adrian. The Carlton Lodge offers a comfortable and convenient lodging experience. Carlton has spacious rooms and suites, fit for a peaceful night's sleep. Their amenities include a hot tub and pool, a 24-hour fitness center, a business center, and much more. A huge thanks to Adrian College's Choice of Lodging for sponsoring Bulldog Athletics.
The Adrian College Media Production House provides opportunities for students to learn and grow live on the airwaves, just like Matt Kibbe.
I've gotten a chance to create a relationship with coaches and teams and learn more from people instead of trying to teach myself something. Got an opportunity to expand my knowledge of sports, hone in on my skills as a broadcaster, and learn about equipment in different ways. You get more of a connection with professors as well.
Providing opportunities, growing leadership. The Adrian College Media Production House. Thanks for tuning in.
Dear College Sports.
Dear College Sports.
Dear College Sports.
There's light at the end of the tunnel. We can see it.
A return to normal in all the things we love about sports. We're filled with hope just thinking about it.
Fans in stadiums and arenas, the hugs, high fives, and dog piles, the championship moments, even the heartbreaking losses. They're coming.
While this pandemic is not over, it continues to impact our lives. You've taught us to be resilient even in the face of adversity.
To control what we can control and put the greater good before ourselves, we've put those lessons to work.
We've found strength in each other, even when we were kept apart.
We found unity across campuses, conferences, and divisions.
We found out our voices carry weight.
Weight we'll continue to use for positive change.
If 2020 taught us anything, it's that nothing's guaranteed. We lost experiences and opportunities we may have taken for granted.
The bonding time with our second families, the taste of a hard-earned victory, the comeback stories.
Now, we're ready for the greatest comeback you've ever seen. To campuses, classrooms, and competition.
Moments together, face to face, hand in hand, arm in arm.
More celebrations in uniform and graduations in cap and gown.
You take us to places we never imagined. You hold us to a higher standard. You bring out the best in us.
So when we look forward, we see the light at the end of the tunnel.
We see a future full of promise.
We see a better world for you, for all of us, for college sports.
Hello students, this is President Docking coming to you again from the President's Office at Adrian College. Hey, I'm sending you this video with some great news. Despite all that's been happening with the pandemic, COVID-19, etc., we've been hard at work on campus, and the faculty have recently approved 8 new degree programs, which I think are super exciting, and I want you guys to know about these so you can start to think about them as you think about your future academic career here. So here they are. The first one is in public health. We have both a major and a minor now in public health. Can you think of a more relevant major than public health right now, given all that's going on? The second one is supply chain management. If you're following the news, supply chain management is really where it's at. There are thousands of jobs. I happened to look before I got in this video. Some of these jobs pay over $100,000 a year. Right out of college, public health pays very well as well. Great area to go into. The third new major that the faculty approved is human resources. And you know, every business, I mean, whether it's Adrian College or IBM or something in between, has a human resource office. Lots of jobs, a great field to go into. The fourth is professional sales. Now, whatever your professional career, you have to know how to sell, whether you're selling yourself, whether you're selling goods, whether you're selling services, whether you're selling your character. Professional sales is a great thing to be trained in academically. The next one is esports management. Now, esports is just absolutely exploding across the country. And I know we have a lot of students that are athletes that would like to stay into sports. So we now have an esports minor degree. It's a minor right now, may turn into a major later, but it's a minor right now that you can get your degree in. And then we have 2 certificates that we're now offering in digital marketing, which is incredible. I mean, digital marketing, again, whatever you're going into, if you can do some digital marketing, your employers will love it. So these are high skill, high pay, high need areas with literally thousands of jobs coast to coast. So long and short is, once again, Adrian's on the cutting edge. We're at the forefront. We are leading the pack in innovation and ingenuity. And we just wanted you guys to know all that's going on. So there you go. It's all good news today. I hope that brightened your day. Thanks for tuning in.
sends it in front. Shot centered by him, Davis, he scores! And Adrian with a dream start in the finals of the MIAA tournament.
Right now. Whoa! Leo got the crowd into it. He fired. Oh my goodness! How in the world? That will do it. Sticks fly into the ceiling. The Bulldogs take to the ice. The Harris Cup to Adrian, Michigan, and the seniors. They've secured a championship here for the Adrian College Bulldogs.
I don't even know what we say about it. Like I'm kind of left speechless after that game.
Next on ice, representing the United States of America, Adrian College.
Oh, hey, there he is, Bruiser. Hi, I'm Bruiser's biggest fan. He was a legend to us puppies.
Strong but silent. Such a humble attitude from such a prominent figure.
He ran Adrian College's campus. Everyone loved him and wanted to meet him wherever he went. Welcome week, homecoming, spring concert, he was there and looking good. Well, he did have his own private groomer. He was so cool. He had the best education a Bulldog could ever ask for, as many walks as he wanted. Heck, the dog had his own pass to Richie. Bruiser was an athlete, but I'm so small. He did have to work hard at it. Well, maybe not too hard, but it will take a lot of commitment and practice if I want to land on varsity at Arrington too. It's just such a big jersey to fill. Seriously, huge. But I can do this. I want the job. Because I want to make thousands of Bulldog friends just like him. So hi Adrian College, I'm Bruiser too.
We continue to take pride and learn from Asa Mahan's leadership today.
And the slam!
161 years of commitment to harnessing the power of creativity, ingenuity, community, and academic excellence.
I believe that if you get your degree here, the world is going to feel like it's shrinking to you.
Well, hello and welcome back here to Nicolay Field on the beautiful campus of Adrian College for this MIAA Championship Series, game number 2 between the Hope Flying Dutchmen and the Adrian College Bulldogs. This is the Adrian College Sports Network streaming on WVAC Adrian 107.9 FM, as well as on the Adrian College TV YouTube channel, live, free, and in HD. over the airwaves. I'm Matt Kibbe. I'll be joined today by Mike Prang, Dave Van Giesen, and Jay Hanna, the typical crew that's been with you all season long, coming off of a Game 1 walk-off victory in 13 innings last night here at Nicolay Field. Was a win for the Adrian College Bulldogs. They win game number 2. They are the tournament champions. Hope is looking for the comeback. If they can win this game as the home team, we'll be forced to play a Game 3, and that will come up immediately after this game here at 3 p.m. Getting underway here shortly. We'll give way to the public address announcer, Dave Van Giesen, to get us going.
Leading off for the Bulldogs in the top half of the first inning is shortstop number 4, Thomas Miller.
There it is, Thomas Miller. He'll lead us off. As we await first pitch here in game number 2 of the MIAA Championship Series. There it is. It's a called strike on the outside. First pitch officially 3 o'clock on the dial. Calling balls and strikes behind the plate as we're going to have a hit by pitch. Thomas Miller will reach. He'll be the first base runner for the Bulldogs.
Now batting the second baseman, number 11, Brady Wood.
Like I mentioned, calling balls and strikes today, Craig Collier. And on the bases, Jim Moreno and Brett Kreider. Kreider's the only umpire from last night's game that is on the crew today. And we'll bring in Mike Prang to tell you a little bit about Hope's starting pitcher.
Yeah, so on the mound for the Flying Dutchman is number 27, Al Vasquez, coming in with an ERA of 4.97 in his 12th start of the season. He's got one complete game, a record of 7-3 in 58 innings pitched. He's allowed 32 earned runs with 34 strikeouts, opposing hitters hitting 266 off him so far this season.
1-0 here on Brady Wood. As that one gets by, Miller is going to be able to advance to second on the wild pitch. We'll bring in Dave Van Giesen to give you the Bulldogs starting lineup.
Okay, the Bulldogs starting the same lineup they had last night to start the game, albeit after 13 innings there was a little surgery to it. But the Bulldogs start starting Tommy Miller at shortstop. He batted first. Brady Wood is the second baseman, batting second. And Gunnar Rainey is batting third as the catcher as that pitch goes outside, gets away from the catcher, but no advance by Miller. Batting fourth is designated hitter number 9, Kevin Cardeni. Batting fifth is Joe Cassell. He's playing first base. Batting sixth is left fielder Brandon Cooper. Batting seventh in right field is Tristan Richardson. Batting eighth in third base is Sean O'Keefe. And batting ninth for the Bulldogs is Ty Peck. He'll roam center field as ball 4 to Brady Wood. So the first 2 Bulldogs have received free passes here. And that'll bring up Gunnar Rainey. Now batting the catcher number 10, Gunnar Rainey.
For the Hope defense, Cable is in left field. Mayday is in center. Bain in right. Marucci, Kim, Gardner, Barrett on the infield. And the battery, Vasquez and Barrett.
Vasquez struggling with his control early. He's had a hit batter, a walk, and a wild pitch. There's a nice bunt by Rainey, and that will move the runners up. And there's now 1 out.
Bulldogs got a successful bunt down. They struggled yesterday, and that led to some outs on the bases. We saw kind of a back pick with a runner on second, and then just couldn't get guys over late in the game.
Now batting the designated hitter number 9, Kevin Cardenti.
First inning bunt puts runners at second and third with 1 down for Kevin Cardenti, the designated hitter.
Bulldogs there recognizing the opportunity to get some early runs. Normally you may not see the 3-hitter bunting, especially in the first inning with 9 to play, but Adrian knows that whoever scores first has a good chance of winning this ball game.
Ball 1 down low, 2-0 here on Cardenti. He was 1 for 5 last night with a walk.
Again, despite the game being in Adrian, the Bulldogs are really the visiting team here, so they want to establish a bit of a lead before Hope can come to bat if they can pull it off.
Here's the 2-0 on Cardenti. It's a strike on the outside, make it 2-1 now.
I like that take there, the four-hitter, he's getting a fastball, 2-0 count. You're normally swinging at that, but with Vasquez struggling with control early, that pitch more on the outer half of the plate, just not the one Cardenti's looking for.
Here's the 2-1. Outside, called a ball. Infield playing straight up the corners. Well, actually only third base is the one mostly in, playing even with the bag, with Brady Wood standing on third base, or actually Thomas Miller standing on third base. As Cardenti sends one to right field, this one is going to drop. Fair ball. 2 runs will score. Cardenti is going to pull into second base with a 2 RBI double, and the Bulldogs have an early 2-0 lead over the Hope Flying Dutchman.
Well, that's what I was talking about, Matt, right there. The successful bunt by Gunnar Rainey sets up Cardenti's double, and the Bulldogs get a quick 2-0 lead. Now batting the first baseman, number 17, Joe Casal. Well, Cardenti is at second base, so the Bulldogs with a chance to add some more here. Like I say, they want to get the early lead for their pitcher, who is Gage Ricker this afternoon.
He'll come out with, like you mentioned, with that early lead. And we've always seen, especially with guys like Gage Ricker and Pierce Banks, when they have a lead under their belt, they come out and they throw really well because they're not in that tight game situation. First time we've seen Vasquez get 2 quick strikes on a batter. It's Joe Casal, the freshman, who's batting .385 on the year. 1 out up on the board. The 0-2 outside, make it 1-2 now. Top of the first inning here in game number 2 of the MIAA Championship Series. Hope taking on Adrian, a 2-0 lead early for the Bulldogs. Casal rolls one down the line, it goes foul, we'll do it again.
That almost hit the bag down there, Matt, and that, of course, would have made it a fair ball. And where it would have ricocheted after that could be anybody's guess. So Hope kind of dodging a bullet there, because that could have been down the line for another extra base hit.
One-two. Fouled off. Something you like to see. This game started mid-afternoon, 3 p.m., and the crowd has shown up. Hope traveled well this week to get out here for this championship series. And Adrian, of course, the staple in the MIAA, always brings a good crowd back to the NCAA.
Yeah, hopefully as the afternoon wears on and people get out of work, we'll get even more crowd as the game progresses here. So come on out to NCAA Field and watch some quality college baseball this afternoon.
1-2 on Casal. Outside, it's a ball. 2-2. That's right. If you're listening on WVAC, Adrian, if you're within the listening area, you're close enough to make it out to NCAA Field here tonight. Be a part of the action. Here's the 2-2 on Casal. He swings, rolls it over to third, picked up there by Marucci. He throws it over to first in time. That's going to be the second out. A quick snap throw back to second, not in time. So there will be 2 outs up on the board and a runner on second.
Now batting the left fielder, number 21, Brandon Cooper.
Brandon Cooper comes up to bat, batting .306 on the year. It's tied for the team lead in home runs with 5. That's with the hero from last night's contest, A.J. Miranda. As Hope is looking to get out of the early jam here. Vasquez working with a 1-0 count. He delivers. Curveball gets away, 2-0.
Well, again, for Vasquez, it's been early control problems. Again, he put the first 2 runners on base with a hits batsman and a walk. And those are the two runners that have scored. So he's just given up one hit. So he has time to find it here in a 9-inning ball game. There's a smash down the third base line off the fence. It will ricochet out to Marucci at third base. And the count is now 2-1 to Brandon Cooper.
Corner's playing on the line. The shortstop is in the hole. The second baseman over top of the bag. And the outfield straight up here. Mayday is the center fielder. He can cover a lot of ground. Similar to Ty Peck for the Bulldogs. We've seen some really good center fielders come into Nicolay Field this year and make great plays. One of them you think about last night for Mayday was that Kevin Cardenti bomb to center field that Mayday reached out and got as he was running into the wall. It just shows the range that a lot of these players in the MIAA have. Cooper rolls over. It's foul. 3-2 now is the count with 2 outs.
Well, Mayday has certainly showcased his speed on the base path, so you know that he can fly, and he uses that to his advantage out in the center field as well, as does the Bulldogs' Ty Peck.
And we talk about how Craig Rainey always needs to recruit a center fielder that can grab that full area out there. I think that's what some of the other MIAA teams are doing as well.
Brandon Cooper strikes out, but the Bulldogs strike first and get 2 runs up on the board here on the Adrian College Sports Network. We'll be back for the home half of the first inning shortly.
Adrian College's 2020-2021 enrollment has set a new record at 1,865 students. The incoming freshman class of 602 new students helped set the new record. This is the 13th consecutive year the Bulldogs have had an incoming class of more than 500 freshmen. Nearly 6,000 high school seniors applied to attend Adrian College this fall. Why do so many students choose Adrian? Adrian is constantly expanding majors offered to incoming freshmen. If you're a high schooler or know someone who is looking at taking their education to the next level, AC could be the answer. To see the programs Adrian offers, learn more about the process, schedule a visit, and even apply today, visit adrian.edu/admissions. adrian.edu/admissions. We look forward to seeing you on campus.
Welcome back here on the Adrian College Sports Network. Gage Ricker is our starting pitcher on the mound for the Bulldogs. We're in the home half of the first inning with Hope getting their one home game here in the best-of-3 series. We'll go a little bit more over the starting lineup in a few moments here as we get underway. It's a 2-0 early lead here in game number 2 of the MIAA Championship Series. Matt Kibbe, Mike Prang, Dave Van Giesen with you on air. We also have Jay Hanna up here in the booth. He's our director as well as part-time weird pun guy.
That's what I'm here for.
Fair? I think that's a fair statement.
Leading off for Hope College in the bottom of the first is left fielder number 3, Spencer Cable.
I hope to get a couple in today.
So Spencer Cable will step in to lead off the home half of the first inning against Gage Ricker. Gage Ricker on the mound. He works really mostly with a lot of his off speed. We'll have Mike Prang tell you a little bit more about Gage Ricker.
Yeah, Gage Ricker has been a guy that, at the beginning of the season wasn't getting the starts. This is only his 4th start of the year. He's making his 8th appearance. A lot of them have been in relief, but he's got a 6-0 record with a 1.24 ERA, 29 innings pitched only, but it's only allowed 4 earned runs, has 22 strikeouts, opposing hitters just hitting 173 off him this season.
He's had to come into this starter role because of the injury to Mo Hanley that took him out for the rest of the season. So let's make it 2-2 with a Spencer Cable swing and a miss. And that's what you like to see if you're head coach Craig Rainey and pitching coach Craig Prince. You really want to see guys step in to new roles, especially when playoff time rolls around. And that's what Gage Ricker has done, as he's going to get a strikeout here with the breaking ball. 1 out up on the board.
Now batting the right fielder number 13, Kanan Bain.
Yeah, earlier in the year I was talking with Craig Rainey about, some kind of what he's going for as a starting pitcher, and those games where we'd get games 3 and 4 of the series here. That one's hit over to O'Keefe at third. He'll fire across for out number 2. But some of the things I was talking to him about is, hey, who do we got going game 4? And he just responds with, whoever we have left. I really don't know right now. But Gage Ricker has filled that spot well.
Now batting the center fielder, number 1, Evan Mayday.
Here's Evan Mayday, who arguably could have been named the MIAA Position Player of the Year with the season that he's been able to have. He leads his team in average, a 363 average, leads the team in hits with 49, home runs, leads the MIAA with 8, stolen bases, leads the MIAA with 34. He's been playing really well all season long. Again, arguably could have won the MIAA Position Player of the Year over Gunnar Rainey, who is named that award.
And a little backstory of that from what I had heard after that meeting, they vote on that when they vote all conference, and it was actually a 4-4 tie between Mayday and Gunnar Rainey, and there was a lot of discussion because you can't give it to both.
As Mayday is going to strike out, we'll continue that discussion in the top of the second inning. We'll be right back here on the Adrian College Sports Network. It is 2-0 Bulldogs.
Want to see the Adrian College Outdoor Performance Band in action? The band performed on Adrian College TV, and you can watch the stream again anytime, anywhere. Professional audio technician Christopher Momini beautifully captured the event, and you can listen to the entire performance now. Visit Adrian College TV on YouTube to listen to the concert.
Welcome back here to Nicolay Field on the campus of Adrian College. This is the Adrian College Sports Network. Matt Kibbe, Mike Prang, Dave Van Giesen, Jay Hanna with you up here in the booth. It's been a good one so far. 1 inning in the books. 2-0 lead for the Adrian College Bulldogs, who's looking to win the MIAA in a 2-game sweep of Hope College. We'll have 7, 8, 9 due up here in the top of the second inning. It's about to get underway. After we have Dave Van Giesen do his primary job, the man with 2 microphones, we'll have Mike Prank finish up that story from the bottom of the first inning.
Leading off for the Bulldogs in the top of the second is right fielder number 16, Tristan Richardson.
As Richardson leads off, we'll remind you we were talking about the battle between Gunnar Rainey and Evan Mayday for the Position Player of the Year in the MIAA. It was a 4-4 tie. And how'd they break that tie?
I don't know the official details as to how they broke that tie, but all I know is that there was the original vote. It came out 4-4, and the discussion afterwards took a while. It wasn't something where it's like, okay, no, I changed my mind, let's do this. It was a long discussion, and people were kind of set on, no, this is who I'm voting for, this is who I'm voting for. And after a very lengthy discussion, they ended up giving it to Gunnar Rainey. But both players have a big resume that fits it. It could have gone either way, and, one school is probably upset that they didn't get it, but, it makes sense as to why that school wouldn't have gotten it.
Bulldogs had a clean sweep of the Player of the Year, Pitcher of the Year, Pierce Banks, and then Position Player of the Year, Gunnar Rainey, as well as a lot of first-teamers, a lot of second-teamers. 3-1 on Richardson outside, ball 4. Another leadoff free pass here for Al Vasquez.
Now batting the third baseman, number 12, Sean O'Keefe.
And that brings up Sean O'Keefe. Comes in batting .247 on the year. He squares around to bunt. That one's outside.
Like you were talking about, multiple All-MIAA selections. Bulldogs had 4 on the first team with Banks, Rainey, Brady Wood, and Thomas Miller. Hope had 2 with Spencer Cable and Evan Mayday. It was Mayday's 3rd selection in his career to first team, or to the All-MIAA team. And then on the second team, the Bulldogs also had 4. Gage Ricker, the starting pitcher for today, Sean O'Keefe, Joe Casal, and Kevin Cardenti, while Hope had Kanan Bain on the second team list, I should say.
These are really the top 2 seeds in the MIAA going at it in the championship series. They clean sweeped it through each of their pods. And, you know, the way they got the number 1 seed and the number 2 seed, it came down to a coach's vote. As O'Keefe will square around on the 2-0, it missed again, 3-0. Because the teams, as we're going to have a mound visit here, the teams didn't have enough. In the MIAA, there weren't enough conference game to go based off your conference record. So what ends up happening, they all get together, they have a Zoom meeting, a conference call, and they go, all right, who are your seeds? The coaches pick everybody's seed. Adrian, with the best record in the MIAA, ended up getting the number 1 seed. The argument you could have was between Calvin and Hope as the 2 or 3 seed. They were almost interchangeable when it came down to it. But what really helped Hope was their second half of the season. They kind of came out the gate slow, and then in the second half of the season really bolted out and showed that they were the number 2 team in the MIAA.
Yeah, definitely. And you look at the standings, obviously it's ranked by win percentage, but Calvin was 16-8, Hope was 14-8. You know, but one of Calvin's wins was against the Bulldogs.
Yeah.
You know, the Bulldogs only played Hope 3 times in the regular season. They started the 4th. He got suspended before it was considered a full game. We never had time to make that up. So it was only 3, but the Bulldogs went 3-0 against Hope. But Calvin took 1 against the Bulldogs.
Back-to-back walks here as Sean O'Keefe will reach first base.
Now batting the center fielder, number 6, Ty Peck.
You know, like I was saying earlier with that center field role, big part of the field that you got to fill. And, you know, we talked earlier in the year where Craig Rainey's always got to recruit that center fielder that can do that, and that's Ty Peck. But you got Evan Mayday for Hope, and, you know, he's a guy that can fill that big hole at Nicolay Field. You got Ryan Peterson over at Calvin University that can do that. Blake Bean over at Kalamazoo. So there's a ton of people in this MIAA conference that can hold ground out there.
Hey, Mike, we're in a situation right now where runners at first and second, nobody out, our 9-hitter up. It's a bunting situation, but based on O'Keefe's at bat, Ty really wants to make sure he throws a strike before he puts one down.
That one hits off the bat. It's a foul ball. Make it 1-1 here on Ty Peck. The speedster for Adrian College. The third baseman, Marucci, is playing on a 45-degree angle at third, and the first baseman, Barrett, is way in, about even with the pitcher's mound, as the second baseman will cover first, and short will head to second. Peck didn't square around that time. It's 2-1.
Yeah, I didn't think Peck was going to, just based on his positioning in the box. When your job is to bunt, you want to be up in the box more, so that if it does just nick the bottom of the bat, at least it falls in fair territory. Peck's standing back in the box, so if it does that, it's going to go foul.
Swings through the slider, makes it 2-2. As Vasquez looks to get an out on the board. First and second, Ty Peck the batter. The infield moves back with 2 strikes on Ty Peck. The outfield stays straight up here with the wind blowing to left field. Here is the 2-2. Down low, 3-2 on Ty Peck. And you don't want to lose Ty Peck because that brings on the ever-dangerous Thomas Miller in the top of the Bulldog lineup.
Now, Ty also wants to get his bat on the ball here and make sure he either pulls it or takes it to right field and keeps it out of the middle of the diamond and moves these runners up.
The 3-2, outside, ball 4. The bases are loaded on 3 free passes for the Bulldogs.
Now batting the shortstop, number 4, Thomas Miller.
You know, and I can't count Hope out yet, because yesterday we saw the starting pitcher for Hope throw 40 pitches in the first inning. Bulldogs scored 3 runs in the first, and then they went on to score another one in the second. They led 4-1 early, but then that was it. The Bulldogs didn't score again until the 9th, and Hope kind of grabbed the offensive momentum later in the game. So, you know, I'm not counting Hope out yet here with just a small 2-0 lead with the bases loaded.
Ball inside, 1-0. There is some action down in the Hope bullpen. With the placement of the bullpen, can't see exactly who it is, but I can see movement.
Yeah, I see a catcher running down now.
And they're on a hop, so they are going to get somebody hot here with bases loaded and nobody out in the top of the second inning. Vasquez could be considered Hope's ace if you look at the numbers, as he's going to look to battle back in. He's been in situations like this, you have to imagine, all season long. See what he can do to battle out of it. 1-2 is the count on the top of the order. The leadoff man, Thomas Miller.
And Thomas down 1-2. He just wants to put the bat on the ball, make something happen, maybe get a run in with a sacrifice fly or some kind of a ground out.
Here's the 1-2. He swings, fouls it off. We'll do it again.
You know, in this at-bat, I really liked the first strike from Vasquez. He was struggling with his control. Obviously, he walked the bases loaded. He started Tommy Miller off with a fastball that was way outside, but then he just kind of flipped the curveball in. You know, just kind of a get-me-over pitch that Miller took, and it got Vasquez back in the count.
As Miller sends one up the middle, a base knock. This will score 2 as O'Keefe is rounding third into the play. The throw is late. The runner, Peck, is tied up between second and third. He's going to take third. Runners on the corner, a 2 RBI single for Thomas Miller, and it is 4-0 Bulldogs. Take a look at the ACTV replay.
Now batting the second baseman, number 11, Brady Wood.
So Ty Peck was caught in no man's land between second and third, but Barrett, the catcher, decided to throw behind him at second, and Peck was easily able to take third base, and that puts runners at first and third here with nobody out as Miller takes off, fakes the throw from Barrett. Now we're going to have second and third for Brady Wood with first base open.
Well, Matt, that was good, great base running there by Ty Peck, because he kind of got out in the middle of no man's land and kind of hope to throw behind him. So when he saw that, he just read that and took off, and he was in standing.
The 1-0 down low on Wood. That's something that the Bulldogs really struggled with yesterday, was base running, especially late in the game. So you really like to see the early adjustment here from last night to this afternoon to be smart and get on base and not get thrown out.
Well, that's such an important base, too, because by getting to third, that allowed Miller basically to steal second without a throw and puts 2 runners in scoring position again. And the Bulldogs are trying to add to this 4-0 lead, so that's where they want them.
The 2-1 was a breaking ball away, makes it 3-1 now here in a 4-0 ball game.
You know, and with how far Peck was off second base there, you know, if you're Cal Barrett, you might want to run at him in that situation, but kind of run more towards third base, so you're forcing him back to second. If anything, he just stays at second rather than making that throw with how far he was off the bag and allowing him to go to third.
It's fouled away to the first base side off of the bat of Brady Wood. And, you know, that's what you're normally taught. You want to run somebody back to the base they're coming from instead of forcing them to the next base. So that's where you see a little bit of maybe it won't be an error on the scoreboard, but a mental lapse is what you can kind of call that for that situation, because now it only takes one base knock or a simple sacrifice fly, and we'll get a base knock here to right field. This will score 2 as Thomas Miller will trip over third base. He's going to have to go back, but he's able to get up as it gets past the right fielder, Bain, and that's going to be a single with an error to put Brady Wood at third base. He'll get 2 RBIs, and there's still nobody out.
Yeah, we're going to get a visit to the mound by Stu Fritz. But, you know, getting back to the base running play, that's what Ty did so well. He took 2 steps to second, but you could just tell he was trying to get that ball thrown to second, because the minute it was, he turned around and hightailed it down to third base. So, and again, that's a big base because it moves those runners up, and now you just dump one into right field, 2-run score, and then with the additional error, now they still have a runner at third, and there's still nobody out in this second inning. So we're going to get a new pitcher. We will be back to tell you all about him after we pause for this message.
Adrian College's 2020-2021 enrollment has set a new record at 1,865 students. The incoming freshman class of 602 new students helped set the new record. This is the 13th consecutive year the Bulldogs have had an incoming class of more than 500 freshmen. Nearly 6,000 high school seniors applied to attend Adrian College this fall. Why do so many students choose Adrian? Adrian is constantly expanding majors offered to incoming freshmen. If you're a high schooler or know someone who is looking at taking their education to the next level, AC could be the answer. To see the programs Adrian offers, learn more about the process, schedule a visit, and even apply today, visit adrian.edu/admissions. adrian.edu/admissions. We look forward to seeing you on campus.
Welcome back here on the campus of Adrian College. A 6-0 ball game between the Flying Dutchman and the Bulldogs in the MIAA Championship Series game number 2. The Bulldogs knock out the starter early for Hope, and they'll bring on a new pitcher.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please. Now pitching for Hope College is number 23, Graham O'Gorman in place of Al Vasquez. Now batting for the Bulldogs is the catcher, number 10, Gunnar Rainey.
As you just heard, O'Gorman, the new pitcher, he's on for his 10th time this season. He's got a 2-0 record in 14 2/3 innings pitched, an ERA of 1.84. He's only allowed 3 earned runs with 8 strikeouts, opposing hitters hitting .250 off him this season.
Gunnar Rainey, the batter. He swings at the first pitch from O'Gorman, sends it to right center field. Mayday is back and under it. He'll make the catch. This will score a run. And the Bulldogs make it 7-0 here in the top of the second inning.
Now batting the designated hitter, number 9, Kevin Cardenti.
That will complete Vasquez line.
Not quite, actually. Because as of right now, that run is unearned. Because we're still thinking that he's at first. If in the event Cardeni were to triple here, then that run would change from unearned to earned. And then they would complete the line.
That's right. Love having our SID and local historian Dave Van Giesen here. Make sure we're always right. 0-2 here on Cardenti.
You know, I need the help sometimes from Dave as he keeps the actual written book. I only have the 3 recent plays on my stat system unless I go to the full play-by-play, but even then can get a little confusing sometimes.
Kevin Cardenti bloops one in to left center field. It drops. That's going to be a base knock here.
Yeah, the computer is constantly a nice aid to having stats, being able to run them off, but sometimes the old ways can still be the best ways. Now batting the first baseman, number 17, Joe Casal.
Also, you get the experience of Dave Van Giesen. He's seen a thing or two, so he knows a thing or two here for the Bulldogs.
Was that a sponsorship read?
It was not. I wish it was. 0-1 here on Casal. He grounded out to third his last time up. So now there's a runner on first, 1 out here. And Casal will foul that one away, 0-2. Invite you to stay tuned in the third inning. We'll go over our trivia question.
Did you figure it out?
I just got to count it up, and then we'll have it.
So you don't know the answer to your own question
No,
right now?
no, I don't. But we have a trivia. I do have a trivia question ready.
That's why he's asking you a question, Mike. You don't know the answer. This is how we learn.
That's right.
That pitch was just inside, just missed Joe Casal. So 1-2. That would have been a shame for O'Gorman if he'd have hit him on the 0-2 pitch. There's a foul ball back over the press box. So Casal has earned the right to see another pitch Again, the Bulldogs with 5 here in the second inning.
Like you said, it would have been a shame if he hit him on the 2-strike pitch. When I was in high school, we used to have to run a mile for every 2-strike hit you gave up or every leadoff walk.
Casale will strike out looking for the second out of the inning.
Now batting the left fielder, number 21, Brandon Cooper. Well, where I coached baseball, we had this tree that was way outside of the ballpark. We used to call that the tree of knowledge. Sometimes you got sent there, and you came back with more knowledge than you had before.
For some reason, Trenton High School had the same tree.
Hey, Kibby, go to the tree of knowledge. Come back. Tell me what you want.
Well, we had one kid during practice. The tree of knowledge did not help him. He had to go visit multiple times to learn the lesson of how to do a pickoff. So, tells you a little bit about the tree of knowledge. Brandon Cooper will pop this one up to right field. Backing up on it is Bain. He's underneath it. He'll make the catch. The Bulldogs send 9 hitters to the plate and are able to score 5 runs to take a 7-0 lead into the bottom of the second inning. We'll be right back here on the Adrian College Sports Network.
The Adrian College Media Production House provides opportunities for students to learn and grow live on the airwaves, just like Matt Kibbe.
I've gotten a chance to create a relationship with coaches and teams and learn more from people instead of trying to teach myself something. Got an opportunity to expand my knowledge of sports, hone in on my skills as a broadcaster, and learn about equipment in different ways. You get more of a connection with professors as well.
Providing opportunities, growing leadership. The Adrian College Media Production House. Thanks for tuning in. Adrian College is looking for leaders, student athletes with the tenacity to keep the Bulldogs at the top, the forefront, in and out of the classroom. The Bulldogs are looking for talent, character, hard work, grit, leaders who can electrify sold-out crowds, got out a last-line shift, will their team to victory, hit a grand slam in the bottom of the 9th, and be a part of a legend in the making. Think you have what it takes to become a Bulldog? Visit adrian.edu to learn more.
Welcome back here on the campus of Adrian College. Nicolay Field's the site. The MIAA tournament's the situation.
Leading off for Hope College in the bottom of the second is catcher number 7, Cal Barrett.
4-5-6-2 up here in the home half of the second inning. First pitch is outside for a ball, 1-0. One and one is the count. Breaking ball inside, call the ball, make it 2-1 now on the cleanup hitter, Cal Barrett.
That was a good breaking ball, though. It had a lot of sharp movement on it. So, kind of pitch you want to see. Here's a bouncing ball to Miller. He gloves it, throws it across the diamond, and Barrett is out. And that'll bring up Brant Kim with one down here in the second. Now batting the shortstop, number 10, Brant Kim.
Kibbe, now that inning ended, Vasquez's line has finally went 1 inning, allowed 3 hits, 7 runs, 6 of them earned with 4 walks, 1 strikeout, 52 total pitches, 24 of them strikes.
Just couldn't get ahead of the 8-ball on the mound, was battling from behind. Those walks don't help him as they were just untimely. Ended up walking the bases loaded, and the Bulldogs made him pay for it.
I'll tell you another thing, Matt. He's out of this game, but if Hope were to come back and win this, with the short stint that he had, he, I'm sure, would definitely be in the plans at some point for Hope in game number 3.
Ricker throws an off-speed pitch that goes way into the left-handed batter's box. Gunnar Rainey behind the dish, able to stop it. 1-2's the count here on Brant Kim, the shortstop today for Hope. There is the 1-2. Another off-speed pitch.
And see, that wasn't as good of a pitch because that was so far outside that Brant Kim is not even tempted to swing at that pitch. There's the 2-2. That's a little better. He was leaning out over the plate for that one. So now he's got to come with a good one and hit the plate on the 3-2 pitch.
Here's the payoff. Swung on, first base knock, first base runner for the Flying Dutchman. Comes with one out here in the bottom of the second inning, courtesy of Brant Kim.
Now batting the third baseman, number 14, Joey Mirarucci.
Now, Dave, like you were saying about those pitches that were outside, they were way outside. When you want to get a guy chasing, you still need to make it a very competitive pitch where it's, as the pitch is on its way, it looks like it's going to be close enough that, hey, I can at least foul it off and then get that last kind of second break, drop off the table action.
First pitch outside. Gunnerani trying to keep it in the zone.
Now, see, there's exactly what you're talking about, Mike. That's a competitive pitch. He could have hit that. That was close enough, but, you know, that wouldn't have been right down the middle, so that's how you get batters out.
Two 2-0 here. Marucci. Swing and a miss, 2-1. Gage Ricker with the off speed.
Yeah, he's just trying to find that control again because that 5-run inning he had to sit for a long time, so it's almost like just warming up again, but you're facing batters.
Runner takes off. Rainey comes up firing down to second, not in time. A stolen base for Brant Kim and a 3-1 count on Marucci. Infield playing straight up, outfield the same way. Here on the third baseman. The 3-1, a changeup, called a strike, make it 3-2. Full count. Runner on second base, one out. He'll step off. Kim was starting to get a big lead out at second base. Gunnerani told his pitcher, hey, get off the mound, force him back.
Yeah, you want to try and hold him there if you can. There's another foul ball back here into the screen.
I went right for Jay Hanna, had the cool guy radar on it.
I was going to say something and then you just ruined it.
So full count here. Hope looking to get on the board, down 7-0 here in the home half of the second inning. Swung on, sent to center field. Ty Peck is chasing after it in left center field. He'll call off Cooper and make a nice running grab. Deep part of the ballpark, coming all the way from center field. And there's two outs up on the board.
Now batting the first baseman, number 8, Grant Barrett.
Grant Barrett, 305 on the year, 3 home runs, 13 RBIs to his credit here in his first at-bat. Right-handed pitcher, Ricker, going up against the left-handed bat of Barrett. First pitch, curveball, called a strike, 0-1. The 0-1 swung on, fouled away. 0-2. 0-2 here on Grant Barrett here with 2 outs. Ricker swing and a miss by Barrett. He's tagged by Rainey, and that's going to do it for the home half of the 2nd inning. Hope gets a runner on, but can't get him around. It's 7-0 here on the Adrian College Sports Network.
Bulldog fans, connect with Adrian College TV on social media to be updated when we're broadcasting live, to see highlights, plays of the week, and much more. Adrian College Television is on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. ACTV's handle is at Adrian College TV on every form of social media. Thank you for tuning in and subscribing to the home of the Bulldogs, Adrian College TV.
I saw a photo.
Welcome back. Due up for the Adrian College Bulldogs, Tristan Richardson, Sean O'Keefe, Ty Peck. Here on the Adrian College Sports Network.
Leading off for Adrian in the top half of the 3rd inning is right fielder number 16, Tristan Richardson.
First pitch upstairs, ball 1. He swings, sends this one back to center field.
Back
at the wall, and gone! Tristan Richardson with a solo shot to lead off the top of the 3rd inning. It's 8-0 Bulldogs.
That is a solo blast, center field. Not too far away from where a couple years ago Dugan Darnell hit a grand slam against these Dutchmen in almost that exact same spot. Now batting the 3rd baseman, number 12, Sean O'Keefe. That was a huge senior day for Darnell. Not only did he hit that grand slam, but I think he had like 3 more hits, but I do know that he came on to save the game and give the Bulldogs a victory on that day.
Brings up Sean O'Keefe. Walked in his first at-bat. The Bulldogs have scored every inning. Now because of that Tristan Richardson home run. We're in the top of the 3rd here with nobody out.
And, you know, that home run, as there was a pitch to O'Keefe, that's going to go to center field 2, but Mayday is going to wait for that one and make the catch. So there's out number 1. But that home run, you think, well, you know, that 7-run lead, he makes it 8. That's not really that important. But there's a lot of time left in this ball game, and outs are going to be hard to come by. So the Bulldogs just can't stop hitting right now. Now batting the center fielder, number 6, Ty Peck. You know, they've got to make sure that they take advantage of their at-bats and not just get into a game where they're just trying to get out, outs and wait for the game to get over.
Ty Peck, the batter here, 1 out in the top of the 3rd inning. He'll see a ball, make it 1-1. We are in the top of the 3rd inning, so you know what time it is. It's time for the ACTV trivia question. We have a lower 3rd this time. Here it is. As Ty Peck will roll it over to short, picked up there by Kim, goes over to first. Not in time. Ty Peck is quick, and he'll make it down the line for a base hit. An infield single.
That ball took a big bounce on that first hop, and Kim had to wait for it, and you just don't have that long to wait when Peck's running. Now batting the shortstop, number 4, Thomas Miller.
So the trivia question for those of you who didn't catch it, how many combined regular season titles do the Hope Flying Dutchmen and the Adrian College Bulldogs have? That's the question. Put your answers in the YouTube chat. You can find me on Twitter at PXPKibbyMatt. Send me your answers there. Winner gets a shout out on air. We'll have the answer for you in the bottom of the third inning, barring that Jay Hanna doesn't jinx it by saying only if they get a double play, and then a double play happens. And then we have to wait till the fourth.
That's what I do.
Ty Peck takes off for second. Not going to see a throw as Barrett wasn't able to get a clean transfer. So it's 0-2 on Miller. Ty Peck gets a stolen base, and his speed is playing a factor here in the top of the third.
As it has all game. Made a nice catch out there, and where he had to go well to his right to make a catch. He had that nice base running play where he went from second to third, and now he's stolen a base. So, and of course, in a way, he kind of stole first base there because that was just a high hopping ground ball, but because it hopped high, he had time to run through the base and make it for the infield hit. A lot of hitters would not get that hit. Here's the pitch to Miller, low and outside. It's 2-2 now to Miller, the Bulldog shortstop. Miller was hit by a pitch in the first inning and got a big single in the second. So he's looking to drive in another run here in the third. Here's the pitch high for ball 3. And there's a full count.
3-2 on Miller. 1 out. Down low, ball 4. That's going to walk. Put runners at first and second here with 1 away.
Now batting the second baseman, number 11, Brady Wood.
Brady Wood, the batter. Swings at the first pitch, fouls it off, 0-1.
Wood walked his first time up and scored a run. And then he got a big 2 RBI base hit back in the second.
That one's down low. 1-1's the count. Here on the Adrian College Sports Network, streaming on WVAC Adrian 107.9 FM, as well as on the Adrian College TV YouTube channel, live, free, and in HD. Matt Kibbe, Mike Prang, Dave Van Giesen with you in the booth. 2-1. An 8-0 ball game here in the top of the third inning. Tristan Richardson hit a leadoff homer here in the third to make it an 8-0 ball game, as that's going to get away from the catcher Barrett. He doesn't know where it's at. Peck will look to round third. He'll stay put. Runners will move up to second and third on the wild pitch. And now it's a 3-1 count. Called strike. It's a full count now. Wood rolls one down the third base line. It's fair. It goes into left field. Thomas Miller is going to round third and head for home. He'll make it standing up. A 2 RBI double for Brady Wood, and the score is 10-0 Bulldogs. They're running away with this thing.
Here comes head coach Stu Fritz out to the mound. He's going to grab the ball from O'Gorman, and that'll be it for him. He is responsible for Wood at second base, so his line is not 100% finished yet. But we'll have a pitching change, and we will head to break, and we'll tell you more about our new pitcher when we come back.
Bulldog fans, connect with Adrian College TV on social media to be updated when we're broadcasting live, to see highlights, plays of the week, and much more. Adrian College Television is on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. ACTV's handle is at Adrian College TV on every form of social media. Thank you for tuning in and subscribing to the home of the Bulldogs, Adrian College TV.
Adrian College is a pinpoint like no other. With our 77 undergraduate degrees, 47 majors, and 21 broad fields of study, Adrian has a one-of-a-kind, hands-on learning experience for everyone. Do you want to visit the campus of Adrian College in person? Visit adrian.edu/campus-visit. Again, that's adrian.edu/campus-visit. Come take in the beautiful facilities at Adrian College for yourself.
Oh, that looks cool.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please. Now pitching for Hope College is number 21, Dane Martin. Martin in place of Graham O'Gorman.
Welcome back. Here on the campus of Adrian College, you heard it from the public address announcer Dave Van Giesen. Dane Martin is our new pitcher. Tell you a little bit about him. On the mound, Dane Martin has seen some time. He's a junior with 7 appearances. He's 1-0, has 2 saves.
Now batting for the Bulldogs is the catcher, number 10, Gunnar Rainey.
And in 10 innings of work, he holds a 6.30 ERA. He comes in with a runner on second, 1 out, and Gunnar Rainey, the 3-hole hitter in the Bulldog lineup, up to bat. Let's see what Martin is able to do. O'Gorman is still responsible for Brady Wood at second. The first pitch upstairs, and when you see Martin on the mound, a little bit of a funky delivery. When he comes to the set and he begins his motion, his glove actually flares out, and the palm of it is looking at the batter, hiding the ball behind it. A little bit of deception. Almost like Jacob Hanoin for the Bulldogs, but over the top instead of from the side.
Yeah, and I talked about it yesterday. When you're a pitcher that, you might not throw the hardest, but if you're deceiving because you hide the ball for so long, when the first time the hitter sees it, it's just coming out of your hand. It's a little hard to actually hit that pitch because you don't see that ball as much.
Yeah, I don't know if this is kind of by design and a kind of intentional, non-intentional walk, but he has not come close to Gunnar Rainey. So even though he's got that deception, you've got to throw strikes still. There's one.
3-1's the count here on Gunnar Rainey, looking for something to hit to extend the Bulldog lead. It's 10-0 here in the top of the 3rd inning. Adrian serves as the road team in game number 2. That one gets away. Gunnar Rainey's walked.
Now batting the designated hitter, number 9, Kevin Cardenti.
A blistering 86 degrees and cloudy is our temperature as Kevin Cardenti comes up to bat. You see strike 1, and man, tell you what, it's weird being up in the press box and sweating when we're so used to freezing and being a little chilly up here. We have changed seasons.
Yeah, that breeze I was complaining about blowing in about a month ago, I'd like that right now.
Wind is blowing at what is our backs up here in the press box. It's blowing out to left field. And with the humidity, if you get it up in the jet stream, just like yesterday, the ball was carrying here at the Nick. And the weather really affects whether Nicolay Field is a pitcher's ballpark or a hitter's ballpark. 1-2 here on Cardenti.
I'll tell you what, it's not. It's not a outfielder's ballpark.
Unless you're Ty Peck or Evan Mayday, then you really don't have a problem.
Then everything's
just
routine,
getting a good workout in.
That's right. 1-2 here on Cardenti. 1 out, runners at first and second. He swings, fouls it straight back. That might take out a windshield or two.
Hey, Matt, why don't you repeat the trivia question? We have a few answers in the chat, but
we're not giving the answer away here.
No, I'm saying repeat the question, and we'll tease it.
Have you figured out the answer yet?
I have figured out the answer. Here is the trivia question. How many regular season titles have Hope and Adrian combined for in the MIAA? Regular season titles. Not the tournament. The tournament's only been around since 2012, and Adrian has won every one of them, minus the vacated one. So regular season titles. That dates all the way back to 1888 in the MIAA, the oldest conference in the country. The trivia question yesterday was who won the first regular season title. As this one's popped up, it will get out of play. It's still 1-2 on Cardenti. The answer yesterday for that trivia question, the Michigan Agricultural College or Michigan State University. I thought about making the trivia question, what were the former names of all the universities in Michigan? And then we were going to have, it was just going to be
answer.
Dave Van Giesen story time.
For the next 9 innings.
Telling us all of the old names, what it was like to go to them when they were originally those names.
Who the president of the college was.
That one outside, it was close. Martin doesn't get the call. But we were corrected on multiple occasions yesterday. Michigan Agricultural College. What did Eastern used to be?
I believe it was Eastern Normal.
Eastern Normal.
Because it was like a teacher's college at one point, as was Central Michigan.
That one's going to hit Cardenti. The 2-2 gets away from Martin, and he's going to be called out for leaning into the pitch or not getting out of the way, one of the new rules in the NCAA.
Now batting the first baseman, number 17, Joe Cassell. Yeah, that's a rule that I'm not too in favor of. I don't mind the fact that you don't send the runner down to first base, but as Coach Rainey has said many times, you're rewarding the pitcher for making a bad pitch. Because that pitch, well, maybe it was slow enough that you could get out of the way, was nowhere near the strike zone, and now to call it a strike, that's not right.
Does that affect the scorebook at all? Do we still put that in as a K?
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to.
So is it considered, my question will be, is it considered a looking strikeout or is it considered a swinging strikeout?
I consider it a looking because if you think about it, in the umpire's defense, he leaned over into the strike zone, but he never swung the bat, so he still looked at the pitch and never actually swung.
So it's 1-1 with 2 outs here as Cassell fouls it back, make it 1-2 now.
And just to be clear, if he leans into the strike zone and gets hit, then it should be a strike. But if you're getting hit by a pitch that's in your batter's box and they're just judging you didn't get your reaction time isn't that good, then that should not be a strike. That should be a ball, or it should be just a no pitch. Because, again, you're rewarding the pitcher for not doing what he's supposed to be doing.
1-2 on Cassell, down low, 2-2. Hope has struggled out of the gates here against an Adrian offense that took some time to get going yesterday. They started out hot, and then over the course of the middle innings, couldn't get anything going until the later innings. In the 9th inning, able to tie that game back up at 5, and then it took another 4 innings before we saw a winner. As Casal rolls this one up, they'll take the fielder's choice, 4-6 on the putout, and we'll head to the bottom of the 3rd inning. The score 10-0 in favor of Adrian College over the Hope Flying Dutchmen.
If there was one word I was going to use to describe the communication arts program at Adrian College, it would be unique. Students find themselves on the radio, in front of and behind the camera, and directing their own programs. Students learn in a personalized environment that sets them up for a world of opportunities. Are you ready for your moment in the limelight? Learn more about the Rush Communications Center and Adrian College's communications program by visiting adrian.edu today.
I'm Matt Kibbe, the current student body president here at Adrian College. I chose AC because the campus simply feels like home. Everywhere I go, I know the amenities are there to help me succeed and get to the next level in my career. If you want to see what Adrian College has to offer, you can schedule an in-person visit at adrian.edu/campus-visit.
Welcome back here on the campus of Adrian College. Bottom of the 3rd inning, a 10-0 ball game here in Game 2 of the MIAA Championship. Was that you saying I'm going with my original? Okay. Figuring out, we're fact checking ourselves here in the booth. We thought we had it figured out. We don't. But it is what it is. You know, should we have Jake look it over? Get Jake's opinion on it?
He's one of the people that answered in the chat.
What did he say? Never mind. You don't get credit for it then.
Well, leading off for Hope College in the bottom of the 3rd is designated hitter number 22, Andrew Gilpin.
Andrew Gilpin will lead us off. 8-9 top, due up. First pitch strike from Ricker on the designated hitter Gilpin, who's batting 177 on the year. Swing and a miss on the off-speed pitch. Makes it 0-2. This is the Adrian College Sports Network, streaming on WVAC Adrian 107.9 FM. This one's back up to Ricker. He grabs it, goes over to first. Plenty of time. 1-3 on the putout, and Gilpin is retired.
Now batting the second baseman, number 6, Nolan Gardner.
Oh, almost thought I was going to say 0-2. Scoreboard off. It's 0-1 here on Gardner. 9-hole hitter. And that one's picked up by Joe Casal. He'll get the unassisted out. 2 outs up on the board.
Now batting the left fielder, number 3, Spencer Cable.
That brings up the top of the order. This is only the second time we've seen Cable up to bat. The Hope Flying Dutchmen have only gotten through the order once. First pitch strike, and Ricker, he's had to sit for a long time in between innings, but every time he's come back onto the mound, he's looked really good and still has his stuff working.
You mentioned that Hope's only got through the lineup once. This is Cable's second to bat. By contrast, the only Bulldog that has not batted in every inning is Brandon Cooper, who will lead off the 4th. As we get a base hit here from Spencer Cable, so the Dutchman with a runner on with 2 out, and their number 2 hitter coming up in Kanan Bain. Now batting the right fielder, number 13, Kanan Bain.
With Kanan Bain coming up and 2 outs up on the board. It's time for the answer for our ACTV trivia question. The question was, how many regular season titles have Hope and Adrian combined for? Okay? Here's our answer. 34. 34 titles these two programs have combined for in the regular season. That is counting this past regular season, the 2021 regular season. And when they shared, we only counted that as one.
So in those shared years were 2006, where each team finished with a 21-7 record, and 2013, where each team finished with a 20-8 record.
We have one correct answer in the chat.
One? Who was it?
Luke Milligan.
Luke Milligan, congratulations.
You get bragging rights.
You do get bragging rights. 34 was the correct answer, and it just shows kind of the dynasty that these two programs have in the MIAA. Adrian really holding the recent records. Hope back in their heyday. They're coming back around. They're always up at the top of the MIAA. 3-1 the count here on Bain. Rolled over. Snubbed by O'Keefe. Throws over to first. Long throw. Makes it in time. Cassell with the stretch. 5-3 on the putout. And Hope can't get anything going on Gage Ricker as we go to the top of the fourth inning. It's a 10-0 ball game in favor of Adrian College. We'll be right back on the Adrian College Sports Network.
In its 2021 edition of America's Best Colleges, U.S. News & World Report has once again ranked Adrian College as a top regional college in the Midwest. The institution was named to the Best Regional Colleges Midwest section for the 7th consecutive year, and once again listed number 2 in the Most Innovative Schools category. In addition to these honors, Adrian College was also named to the Best Undergraduate Teaching and Best Value College lists. Adrian College has been established as a distinctive and innovative educational leader in the United States. The institution places priority on a culture of innovation and critical thinking. This is the 12th consecutive year Adrian College has been featured by U.S. News & World Report. You can see the full list of rankings and find more information on their website. For more information about Adrian College, visit adrian.edu.
Welcome back here to Nicolay Field for this MIAA Championship Game 2 between the visiting Hope College Flying Dutchmen and the Adrian College Bulldogs. Number 1 seeded Bulldogs versus number 2 seeded Flying Dutchmen. Adrian with a 10-0 lead here as we head into the top of the fourth with Brandon Cooper leading off.
Leading off for the Bulldogs on the top of the fourth is left fielder number 21, Brandon Cooper.
Brandon Cooper leads us off. He is 0 for 2 today. Strikeout and a fly out to right field. First pitch called strike. The Bulldogs have jumped out to an early 10-0 lead, scoring 2 runs in the first, 5 in the second, 3 in the third. The 0-1. Fouled away, make it 0-2. Wow, we have you don't see that every day. We just had a glove change for the catcher Barrett behind the plate. The last time I saw that happen in a baseball game was back in, I believe, the 2013 World Series between the Kansas City Royals and the New York Mets when Salvador Perez had to change his glove in the middle of an at-bat.
I'm sure it's happened before then.
I'm just saying the last time I saw it happen. One, two, down low. And that's why, caught for 10 years of my life, always had 2 gloves. Always had a backup ready to go for that situation in case those strings break. You're ready to go with a new one. Here's the 2-2 on Cooper. Fouled back.
By the way, when I was keeping the official score for the Bombers in the Northwoods League, one night we had a game in which they had one guy play every position. Mike, you don't want to do that game on your computer.
No, I don't.
Cooper strikes out
Trust me
swinging
on that one.
to start the 4th inning.
Especially when we have some umpires that just tell me a sub by pointing to some random place in the field, but doesn't tell me who.
Now batting the right fielder, number 16, Tristan Richardson. Well, you got, again, C.O. Brown, even if they tell you, they're so far away that they're really not telling you. But you did get to the point where you kind of started to figure out the rotation because you were just really watching that one guy, and then that would do it. But it didn't make – it made for a long night of looking through the binoculars trying to figure out what's going on here. Now batting third baseman number 12, Sean O'Keefe.
Andrew Romine situation there.
Or the Will Ferrell
The Will
situation.
Ferrell, yeah.
But he got traded 10 times, so.
Yeah, he did get traded. O'Keefe pops this one up. Shallow right field. The second baseman, Gardner's underneath it. He'll make the catch for the second out of the inning. That will bring up Ty Peck.
Now batting center fielder number 6, Ty Peck.
Still a runner at first. It's Richardson. He was hit by a pitch. Now Ty Peck and his speed come up to bat. He's got a walk and an infield single. So 1 for 1 on the day. He scored both times he's gotten on base. Let's still see the first pitch of the at-bat here. Swings at it. Sends it to right field. It will drop right on the line. Ty Peck rounds first as Richardson goes to third, and he'll be held up there. It will be a double for Ty Peck with runners on second and third with 2 outs.
Now batting the shortstop, number 4, Thomas Miller.
Top of the order, Thomas Miller up here. Runners second and third. 2 outs. First pitch, called strike from Martin. The 0-1 swung on, fouled off to the rugby field here at the back 40. Makes it 0-2. Martin looking to put the first scoreless inning up on the board with the Bulldogs hitting. Working from the first base side of the rubber, he'll step off, get another sign. To the count on Miller. Richardson, the runner at third. Peck, the runner at second. A base hit will score 2. That one's away. Make it 1-2. Martin comes to the set. Slide step, ball outside, 2-2's the count. Infield straight up, outfield the same way. The left fielder, Cable, playing the deepest of all of them. And he's been doing that all series long. He plays deep, works on coming in instead of going back, and it has worked in left field. 2's across the board. Pitch down low, 3-2. Miller has worked back from an 0-2 hole to a full count here with 2 outs, looking to keep the inning alive and keep adding runs here in game number 2 of this MIAA Championship Series. The payoff pitch. Swung on, sent to right field. It's going to trail foul, and we'll do it again.
I'm looking at some Division III scores from around the country, and our 13-inning thriller yesterday. There's another one today.
Wow.
Denison, the away team, against Worcester. Score is 5-4 in the bottom of the 13th. Worcester batting down 1.
Wow, what a game. Those are fun, man. I'll tell you what.
It's conference tournament time.
That's right. Anything can happen. 3-2 on Miller. Ball away. He walked him. Miller has reached in all of his at-bats today.
Now batting the second baseman, number 11, Brady Wood.
Here's a big one we need to talk about, though. Unranked Carroll, who just picked up their first conference tournament win since rejoining the CCIW yesterday, upset the number 9 ranked North Central in 10 innings by a score of 11-6. So they scored 11 runs in the 10th inning to win that game.
Wow. D3 baseball. There's nothing like it. You think about the guys over at literally at D3 baseball, and at D3 playbook, the way they promote the game, and the stuff that I see over on that account and just within D3 baseball is incredible. There are some crazy scenarios and crazy situations that happen as Brady Wood sends one to the right center field gap. It's going to fall and bounce over the wall. It's going to be a ground rule double that will score 2. And Thomas Miller will have to go back to third base. So a 2 RBI double for Brady Wood.
Yeah, for Brady Wood, that would have stayed in the ballpark. He most likely would have got a triple. Then he'd have a single, double, and a triple on the ball game. So he'd need just the home run for the cycle. Now batting the catcher, number 10, Gunnar Rainey.
That score from Denison is final. Denison did win 5-4 in 13 innings. You know, you talked about some of the people that promote Division III baseball. You can't forget about the 2 guys over at a podcast about D3 baseball.
Yeah, that's right.
You know, I listened to the one they released yesterday afternoon. Before it all, they were really following our 13-inning thriller yesterday, and you know they have a lot of insight. 2 former D3 baseball guys. You know, they're fun to listen to, and they just kind of take, like you said, those scenarios and go about, you know, hey, if the favorites win, this is what's going to happen. And these are the guys that are possibly going to be those 6 at-large bids through the rest of the or for the NCAA tournament this year with a different layout, you know. But say this favorite doesn't win and this favorite doesn't win, this favorite doesn't win, you know, there could be a shakeup. So you can't forget about those guys.
New pitcher on the mound. We're going to take a break here on the Adrian College Sports Network. It is 12-0 Bulldogs here in game number 2 of the MIAA Championship Series. We'll be right back.
Adrian College's 2020-2021 enrollment has set a new record at 1,865 students. The incoming freshman class of 602 new students helped set the new record. This is the 13th consecutive year the Bulldogs have had an incoming class of more than 500 freshmen. Nearly 6,000 high school seniors applied to attend Adrian College this fall. Why do so many students choose Adrian? Adrian is constantly expanding majors offered to incoming freshmen. If you're a high schooler or know someone who is looking at taking their education to the next level, AC could be the answer. To see the programs Adrian offers, learn more about the process, schedule a visit, and even apply today, visit adrian.edu/admissions. adrian.edu/admissions. We look forward to seeing you on campus.
Welcome back. Here on the campus of Adrian College, new pitcher on for Hope. We'll have Mike Prank tell you a little bit about him.
Sorry, my headset was not on, but Jake Van Dam, the new pitcher, 4.5 ERA. He's got a 3-1 record so far this season. On the mound for the 10th time this year, 16 innings pitched so far, allowed 8 earned runs with 21 strikeouts, opposing hitters hitting .246 off him.
Now, see, Mike, that's one of the things I've learned this season. You can have as many microphones as you want to have, but if you want to say something for people to hear, one's got to be in front of your face.
2 outs here in the top of the 4th inning.
The trick is to get the right one at the right time.
Gunnar Rainey's our batter. Van Dam comes in. And looking to get out of this inning. First pitch upstairs. 1-0. Another fastball outside. 2-0 is the count. Here with 2 outs in the top of the 4th. Hitter's count for Rainey. He swings, fouls it straight back, make it 2-1.
Threw his bat there, just missed the umpire on the backswing.
Again, you have to be on constant alert for equipment that flies into the seating areas.
What if it stays on the field?
Well, then you're probably a little safe, unless you're the umpire, because he's on the field.
Another foul ball straight back.
Fortunately, he was alert, so he got out of the way.
2s across the board here for Gunnar Rainey. Runners at 2nd and 3rd. It's Miller and Wood. Bulldogs have scored in every inning. It's 12-0. Another foul ball. Gunnar Rainey battling here in what is his 4th at bat. Technically doesn't have an at-bat today. 2 sacrifice flies and a walk. So 0 for 0.
There's a drive. That's deep. That's way back, and it is long gone. A 3-run homer for Gunnar Rainey. Rainey just put that one up into the sky. It was a towering fly ball, and that's a home run in the ballpark, and maybe even one in that silo that you often speak about, Matt Gibby. But that was a well-struck ball there by Gunnar Rainey.
Wow.
Yeah, I didn't think it had enough there, but, you know, like we said, it was just that high fly ball. That's Rainey's 4th home run of the year.
Now batting the designated hitter number 9, Kevin Cardenti.
15-0. Another 5 spot here in the 4th inning.
Yeah, all this coming with 2 out as well.
Yeah. It looked like Hope had a chance to get out of the inning without giving up a run and keeping it at 10-0. But quickly, the Bulldogs get 5 runs in a matter of 5 batters. One and one's the count on Cardenti. I want a breaking ball up, 2-1. Swung on, sent to right field. This one drops. The Bulldogs are putting on a hitting clinic here in the 4th inning. Kevin Cardenti will get a double with 2 outs.
Now batting the first baseman, number 17, Joe Cassell.
First pitch to Cassell, fouled off. 0-1. The 0-1 inside corner called a strike. Make it 0-2 on Joe Casale, who is 0 for 3 today. Swing and caught by the shortstop. The Bulldogs send 9 to the plate once again and score 5 runs in the top of the 4th inning, and that's going to do it. We'll head to the bottom of the 4th. It's 15-0 here on the Adrian College Sports Network.
The Adrian College Media Production House provides opportunities for students to learn and grow live on the airwaves, just like Matt Kibbe.
I've gotten a chance to create a relationship with coaches and teams and learn more from people instead of trying to teach myself something. Got an opportunity to expand my knowledge of sports, hone in on my skills as a broadcaster, and learn about equipment in different ways. You get more of a connection with professors as well.
Providing opportunities, growing leadership. The Adrian College Media Production House. Thanks for tuning in. Adrian College is looking for leaders, student athletes with the tenacity to keep the Bulldogs at the top, the forefront, in and out of the classroom. The Bulldogs are looking for talent, character, hard work, grit, leaders who can electrify sold-out crowds, gut out a last-line shift, will their team to victory, hit a grand slam in the bottom of the 9th, and be a part of a legend in the making. Think you have what it takes to become a Bulldog? Visit adrian.edu to learn more.
Welcome back here on the Adrian College Sports Network.
Leading off for Hope College in the bottom of the 4th is center fielder number 1, Evan Mayday.
Evan Mayday leads us off. He sees ball number 1. Two and 0 on Mayday. Another pitch inside. Ricker falls behind 3-0. First time we've seen him do that today.
Hey, but you get that long break, though, with your team batting around. It's hard to get back in that groove sometimes.
Mayday swinging 3-0. The Twins announcers wouldn't be happy with that.
You stole my joke.
Gets a base knock.
Now batting the catcher number 7, Cal Barrett.
But if you're Hope in this situation, you have nothing to lose. If you get your pitch, swing at it. Because you might not get that same one ever again.
You need a bunch to get back into this one, so.
You are at a point where in a 15-0 ball game, you are station to station. You are just trying to get runs across the board. Casale, nice play to keep it in front of him. Mayday could have had second base with ease. First pitch of the at-bat to Barrett. Called strike 0-1 on the bender. Two now. Another bender. And we've talked about it before. Gage Ricker has been really good, and he relies on his off-speed stuff. He is not a fastball first guy. He is a secondary pitch, sometimes even that third pitch guy on the mound. This one rolled over. 6-4-3 on the double play. The 20th double play of the year for the Bulldogs. That puts 2 outs up on the board.
Nice play there, a nice stretch by Casale. Late in the season, he's taken over at first to keep his bat in the lineup as well as Richardson's.
Now batting the shortstop, number 10, Brett Kim.
But, once Richardson went down with his shoulder injury at the beginning of the year, and even as he was starting to come back, we didn't see so much of Richardson, but we saw Casal in right field.
Brant Kim scorches one over the glove. It hit the fingertips of Sean O'Keefe's mitt. And that's a 2-out double.
Now batting the third baseman, number 14, Joey Mirucci. Well, I'll tell you, just as you said, Matt, about playing station to station, that shows you what a big league can do for you if you're a pitcher, because every time Mayday's been on in the series, he's been looking to get to second almost immediately. And that time, there's been a couple times where the Bulldogs could have had double plays, but the Mayday was going, so they just had to go to first. But that time, having to stay at first base, that made for an easy double play ball for Miller on that tailor-made ground ball.
0-1 the count here on Mirucci. Two outs up on the board, a runner at second base. Ricker working on the mound. He's been really good all day long. Hasn't had a whole lot of stressful innings. Only a handful of base runners. And a lot of balls put in play. That's the other thing you see. One of the key numbers, he only has 3 strikeouts today. All of them are swinging as this one's rolled over, picked up by O'Keefe, who cuts off Miller, throws it over to first in time for the putout. And that is going to be another quick inning for Gage Ricker on the mound. It's 15-0 as we head to the top of the 5th here on the Adrian College Sports Network.
Bulldog fans, connect with Adrian College TV on social media to be updated when we're broadcasting live, to see highlights, plays of the week, and much more. Adrian College Television is on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. ACTV's handle is at Adrian College TV on every form of social media. Thank you for tuning in and subscribing to the home of the Bulldogs, Adrian College TV.
Welcome back here on the Adrian College Sports Network. $15-0's the score here against Hope in game number 2 of the MIAA. Did you use Flash?
I did.
Oh, my God.
Leading off for the Bulldogs in the top of the 5th is left fielder number 21, Brandon Cooper.
Brandon Cooper will lead us off. We'll see a ball upstairs. 1-0. One and one the count here.
Wind picking up a little bit, blowing a little stronger out to left field.
That's what helped Gunnar Rainey hit his 3-run homer back in the 4th. Was that wind blowing out? It got up again into the jet stream on a hot day and carried over the 8-foot wall in left field.
Well, the thing about it was such a towering fly ball that you knew it was going to have to sail because it was going to have to come down at some point. And it was the trajectory of the hit. It had a very good launch angle on that one. As opposed to Tristan Richardson's home run, which was pretty much a line drive, but you can tell that had the mustard on it to possibly get out of the stadium, and sure enough, it ended up on the hill.
Rolled over. The shortstop, Kim, picks it up, throws it over to first. In time, as Barrett keeps his foot on the bag. That will be the first out. 6-3 in the book.
Now batting the right fielder, number 16, Tristan Richardson.
Richardson comes up. He hit a home run back in his second at-bat. Sees a first pitch strike. He's gotten on. He's only 1 for 1 today, but he's gotten on every plate appearance. 1 walk, got hit by a pitch his last time up, and had that RBI or home run, solo home run, back in the third. 0-1, big swing and a miss. That one rolled up the middle, and Tristan Richardson is 2 for 2 today.
Now batting the third baseman, number 12, Sean O'Keefe. Good piece of hitting there by Richardson. After you hit a home run, sometimes you tend to overswing, but he just did a good job of hitting that ball where it was pitched and driving it up the middle for a base hit there. He's the first base runner for the Bulldogs here in the 5th, as O'Keefe fouls one off. And that ball will need to be retrieved by our umpire at first base. And we'll wait on the 1-strike pitch to Sean O'Keefe. Here's the throw over to first, and Richardson gets back easily.
Upstairs, 1-1 here on O'Keefe. I want to give a quick shout out. Daily Telegram writer Christopher Lotus is here with us today. He pointed out there's a couple records that are on the line here in this game. Brady Wood has a chance to beat the all-time RBI in a game. If he gets 2 more, he'll tie it at 8. I also pulled it up, and I noticed we have a chance to see the most hits in a game as well. We'll also have a chance to see the most runs scored. Tommy Miller, if he scores one more time.
Now batting center fielder number 6, Ty Peck.
He will tie Josh Knorr for most runs scored in a single game with 5. Bulldogs also have a chance, if they continue to push and score, get the most runs in a single game. That's at 24. They've done that twice. So we got 2 historians up here in the booth today, is essentially what that comes back to. One and 0 on Peck. Two outs up on the board. Jake Van Dam still on the mound for Hope. And that one's fouled off. 1-2 here in the top of the 5th inning. As Peck sends one down the right field line, it's fair. Picked up by Bain, and Richardson comes all the way from second to score. And it is 16-0.
Now batting shortstop number 4, Thomas Miller.
Thomas Miller here with 2 outs. The Bulldogs have done a lot of damage with 2 outs today. The first pitch is outside from Van Dam. The 1-0 upstairs, make it 2-0 here on Miller. Down low, 3-0. Bulldogs have 13 hits on the day. And that's 4 pitches, 4 balls. Thomas Miller reaches base for the 5th time today.
Now batting second baseman number 11, Brady Wood.
And we'll have another mound visit. Actually, it might be the trainer coming out here. And we'll see a pitching change with the injury to Van Dam. Hopefully he's all right. So 2 outs and a new pitcher coming on. We'll tell you more about him when we come back here on the Adrian College Sports Network.
Bulldog fans, connect with Adrian College TV on social media to be updated when we're broadcasting live, to see highlights, plays of the week, and much more. Adrian College Television is on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. ACTV's handle is at Adrian College TV on every form of social media. Thank you for tuning in and subscribing to the home of the Bulldogs, Adrian College TV.
Adrian College is a pinpoint like no other. With our 77 undergraduate degrees, 47 majors, and 21 broad fields of study, Adrian has a one-of-a-kind, hands-on learning experience for everyone. Do you want to visit the campus of Adrian College in person? Visit adrian.edu/campus-visit. Again, that's adrian.edu/campus-visit. Come take in the beautiful facilities at Adrian College for yourself.
Welcome back here on the campus of Adrian College. Nicolay Field.
Got it. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please. Now pitching for Hope College, number 17, Eli Kane. Kane in place of Jake Van Dam.
So that's different on our roster. Dave, can you say that one more time for me?
It's going to be Eli Kane. And Eli is on the roster, but he has no number. So what I imagine happened is Cameron Miller pitched last night, so they knew that he would not be used today. So Eli is getting his jersey for the afternoon.
I'll tell you what, though. He may not have his number on the roster, but he may have the best beard on the field today. Facial hair. It's more of a goatee.
He's going to come on here to try and stop Brady Wood, who, as you said, needs 2 more RBIs to tie the record. He's been on an assault path today, knocking in runs.
So a 4th home run would break the record for him for this career.
Correct.
Or for this season, I should say, 4th.
Correct. A home run would give him the all-time single-game record for RBIs in a contest. With Miller, Miller would tie.
Batting the second baseman, number 11, Brady Wood.
So in order for Brady Wood to at least tie the individual game record for RBIs, Miller also needs to tie the record for runs scored in a contest. So a lot is going on in this at-bat here with 2 outs in the top of the 5th inning.
I was going to say it's the 5th inning as well.
So we will see what happens here. Runners at first and second. Ball down low to Brady Wood. Lefty on the mound is Kane. Lefty on righty matchup. I don't know if that necessarily means as much right now, with Hope just trying to get arms on the mound to get him out of the innings. Bulldogs have scored in every single inning to this point. 2-5, 3-5, 1. And he'll see a strike, 2-1. Two and 1 the count on Brady Wood. That one gets away. 3-1 now, hitters count for Wood. Down low. Ball 4, we won't see a record-breaking at bat. He'll get walked and reach base for the 5th time today as well. And the bases are now loaded for who else but Gunnar Rainey.
Now batting catcher, number 10, Gunnar Rainey.
Last time he was up, he called yard card and sent it to left field. Rainey swings, pops it up on the infield. Everybody's moving, and that's going to be the final out here in the 5th inning. The Bulldogs get 1 run. It's 16-0 here on the Adrian College Sports Network.
If there was one word I was going to use to describe the communication arts program at Adrian College, it would be unique. Students find themselves on the radio, in front of and behind the camera, and directing their own programs. Students learn in a personalized environment that sets them up for a world of opportunities. Are you ready for your moment in the limelight? Learn more about the Rush Communications Center and Adrian College's communications program by visiting adrian.edu today.
I'm Matt Kibbe, the current student body president here at Adrian College. I chose AC because the campus simply feels like home. Everywhere I go, I know the amenities are there to help me succeed and get to the next level in my career. If you want to see what Adrian College has to offer, you can schedule an in-person visit at adrian.edu/campus-visit.
Welcome back here on the campus of Adrian College. Nicolay Field's the site. This is a presentation of Adrian College TV and the MIAA Tournament Championship Series between Hope Flying Dutchmen and the Adrian College Bulldogs. 16-0 is our score here. Matt Kibbe, Mike Prang, Dave Van Giesen, Jay Hanna with you in the booth.
Leading off for Hope College in the bottom of the 5th inning is first baseman number 8, Grant Barrett.
16-0 and 7-8-9 due up for Hope. First pitch upstairs. Gage Ricker going back out on the mound for his 5th inning of work. Made it through 4, only giving up 4 hits. Make it 5. Barrett leads us off with a single.
Now batting designated hitter number 22, Andrew Gilpin.
And Ricker is going to hit Gilpin. They'll put runners at first and second. That's the first time we've seen a off-speed pitch get away from Ricker.
Now batting second baseman number 6, Nolan Gardner.
One and one the count here on Nolan Gardner. Swings, fouls it off 1-2. Ricker looking to battle back. He swings, fires this one back up the middle. Hope is moving station to station as Ty Peck gets it in on the infield. Bases loaded now, nobody out for the top of the order in Spencer Cable.
Now batting left fielder number 3, Spencer Cable.
First pitch outside to Cable. He does have a hit in this ball game. He's 1 for 2. There's a little bit of movement getting going down in the Bulldog bullpen. Nobody throwing, just moseying around. No speed pitch away, 2-0. 2-1 the count on Spencer Cable. Bases are loaded, nobody out. This is the first opportunity Hope has had to really cash in on some base runners. If you're going to start a comeback, you got to start somewhere. Here's the 3-1 from Ricker. He works from the windup. Check swing fouled off, and it will be 3-2. And he lost him. Ricker will walk in a run. It is 16-1.
Now batting the right fielder number 13, Kanan Bain.
I'll bring up Kanan Bain here. 0 for 2, grounded out to third both times, and Ricker hits him. Free passes come back to haunt as it is 16-2.
Now batting the center fielder number 1, Evan Mayday.
This is not who you want up in this situation, as we'll see Craig Prince come to the mound.
Now Gage Ricker is in danger of losing this win for himself if he can't get out of this inning. Because he's going to pitch 5 innings, and so he will not be the winning pitcher this afternoon. So a little bit of frustration there for Gage. as the Bulldogs are going to make a pitching change, and we'll be back to tell you all about that after we pause for this on the Adrian College Sports Network.
College has dozens of athletics programs, and winning is a staple on our campus. We have the culture of winning in and out of the classroom. This is a place where young men and women grow into professionals for life. Are you interested in learning more about the Bulldog experience? Visit adrianbulldogs.com and the Recruit Me tab to be recruited to play your sport of choice today. If you have what it takes, you could be a Bulldog in no time. Are you looking to continue your athletic career while also pursuing your educational career? Adrian College houses dozens of varsity and club programs right here on campus, along with 77 undergraduate degrees and 47 majors. Are you interested in learning more about the Bulldog experience? Visit adrianbulldogs.com and the Recruit Me tab to be recruited to play your sport of choice today. If you have what it takes, you could be a Bulldog in no time.
Welcome back here, Adrian College. MIAA Championship Series between the Bulldogs and Flying Dutchmen. Nobody out here in the bottom of the fifth inning, 16-2 ball game. Hope has the bases loaded. We have a new pitcher on for the Bulldogs.
Ladies and gentlemen, now pitching for the Bulldogs is number 38, Elliot Edsel. Edsel in place of Gage Ricker. Once again, the batter is center fielder number 1, Evan Mayday.
Rolled over. Mayday gets thrown out at first. He'll score a run. First out of the inning. 16-3 now as he'll get an RBI.
Now batting the catcher, number 7, Cal Barrett.
Everybody else moves up a base. Owen won the count on Cal Barrett. Edsel on the mound for the Bulldogs. Back off, rolls right over to Cassell off of Edsel, and they'll get the out. Another run will come in. Another sacrifice hit. 1-3 on the putout. But an RBI. So make it 16-4.
Now batting the shortstop, number 10, Bryant Kim.
2 outs and a runner on third. Edsel on the air. Hasn't seen a lot of innings, only 5 of them. That's a 0 ERA, but that's in limited work. Has given up 3 runs, none of them earned. Has given up 7 hits. He struck out 4. Opponents are hitting .318 off of him. That's in 2 appearances. 1-1's the count here on Kim. Close, but not called. 2-1 now. This one rolled over. O'Keefe cuts it off, throws it over to first in time. 5-3 on the putout. Hope finally able to find some offense. It's 16-4 as we go into the 6th inning here on the Adrian College Sports Network.
Adrian College's 2020-2021 enrollment has set a new record at 1,865 students. The incoming freshman class of 602 new students helped set the new record. This is the 13th consecutive year the Bulldogs have had an incoming class of more than 500 freshmen. Nearly 6,000 high school seniors applied to attend Adrian College this fall. Why do so many students choose Adrian? Adrian is constantly expanding majors offered to incoming freshmen. If you're a high schooler or know someone who is looking at taking their education to the next level, AC could be the answer. To see the programs Adrian offers, learn more about the process, schedule a visit, and even apply today, visit adrian.edu/admissions. adrian.edu/admissions. We look forward to seeing you on campus.
Welcome back here, Nicolay Field. Hope Flying Dutchman taking on the Adrian College Bulldogs. Hope, the number 2 seed in the MIAA. Adrian, the number 1 seed. 16-4 ball game as we go into the last 4 innings, the 6th inning. See Cardenti lead us off.
Leading off in the top of the 6th inning for the Bulldogs is designated hitter number 9, Kevin Cardenti.
First pitch, a called strike on Cardenti. He's got 2 doubles today, 2 RBIs, another hit, 1 strikeout, so 3 for 4. And 1-1's the count.
Cardenti with a big cut there. He's trying for extra bases. He's looking at an inviting line down there in left field. Here goes the 1-2 pitch on the way, and it's fouled away. And we'll do it all again. Bulldogs with 16 runs, 13 hits. They've made no errors. Hope 4 runs, 6 hits, 1 error. The Bulldogs so far have scored in every inning. And Hope just had a big 4-run inning of their own, and that's how we got to 16-4. As Cardenti swings at an outside pitch, and he goes down on strikes, and that'll bring up Joe Casal. Now batting, the first baseman, number 17, Joe Casal. Casal is the only Bulldog without a hit today, I believe.
Him and Brandon Cooper each don't have a hit.
Well, they're the next 2 hitters, so.
As well as O'Keefe. O'Keefe has reached base but hasn't got on via a hit.
They didn't keep their scoring in every inning streak going. They'll need a couple hits from these guys. So here's the pitch swung on. There's a liner to right. And it's going to stay up, and it'll be caught for out number 2. As that one was hit well, but just stayed up and was an easy play out there in right field. Now batting the left fielder, number 21, Brandon Cooper. So that'll leave it up to Cooper here in the 6th inning. First pitch is a ball inside. Here's the delivery, and that one's wide by Eli Kane. Cam Miller also wears 17 for this Hope squad. And there's a swing and a miss by Cooper, and it's 1-2 to the senior left fielder of the Bulldogs. Gay now stares in for the sign and delivers a swing and a miss. No, I think he ticked it. They called it a foul ball as it gets away from Barrett. Could have come up with that one. That would have been strike 3. Tristan Richardson standing on deck. He'll get a chance if Cooper can get on here. Again, with all the runs scored, this has been a long game time-wise, but you have to remind yourself that it's only really half over as that pitch is wide, or 2-2.
This game started at 3 o'clock today.
So 2 hours and 10 minutes to play 5 innings. That's the recipe for a 4-hour ball game. No one wants to see that. There's a smash down to Mariucci at third. His long throw, and he did stay on long enough for the out. So the Bulldogs go 1-2-3 in their half of the 6th. And at the end of 5 1/2, it's Adrian College 16, Hope College 4. We'll be back with more from Nicolay Field after we pause for this on the Adrian College Sports Network.
The Adrian College Media Production House provides opportunities for students to learn and grow live on the airwaves, just like Matt Kibbe.
I've gotten a chance to create a relationship with coaches and teams and learn more from people instead of trying to teach myself something. Got an opportunity to expand my knowledge of sports, hone in on my skills as a broadcaster, and learn about equipment in different ways. You get more of a connection with professors as well.
Providing opportunities, growing leadership. The Adrian College Media Production House. Thanks for tuning in. Adrian College is looking for leaders, student athletes with the tenacity to keep the Bulldogs at the top, the forefront, in and out of the classroom. The Bulldogs are looking for talent, character, hard work, grit, leaders who can electrify sold-out crowds, gut out a last-line shift, will their team to victory, hit a grand slam in the bottom of the 9th, and be a part of a legend in the making. Think you have what it takes to become a Bulldog? Visit adrian.edu to learn more.
Hope College in the bottom of the 6th is third baseman number 14, Joey Mariucci.
Welcome back here on the Adrian College Sports Network. Elliot Edsel gets back to work.
Edsel coming out here for a second inning after replacing the Bulldog starter Gage Ricker, who pitched well today but struggled in the 5th. And that brought on Edsel as the first batter, Mariucci. It's a fly ball to center field, which is grabbed by Ty Peck, and there's one away. Now batting the first baseman, number 8, Grant Barrett. So Barrett will stand in. He's a big, tall left-hander for this Hope ball club, and he's going to face the left-hander Edsel, who throws the first pitch high for a ball 1. Hope has Barrett, Gilpin, and Gardner coming up. That would represent the bottom of the Hope order.
They were the ones that got it going last inning, led to the 4 runs for Hope.
And again, they got those 4 runs on only 2 hits, which is one of the reasons why we're seeing Edsel now. Here's a bounding ball to Wood. He'll make the throw over to Cassell, and there are quickly 2 down here in the 6th. Now batting the designated hitter, number 22, Andrew Gilpin. Gilpin, the designated hitter, he was lifted after 3 at-bats last night for Robbie Sturzma in the extra inning ball game. So he is coming in here with 0 for 4, and he was hit by a pitch the last time and scored a run. Here's the 1-0 pitch. It's a fly ball into left. They're chasing this one down. They're not going to get it. It's going to bounce, and it's bounces over the fence. It might have even hit the scoreboard. So give him a double, and Gilpin now with his first hit of the series. Now batting second baseman number 6, Nolan Gardner. So that'll leave it up to Nolan Gardner. Gardner has a single and 2 trips so far today. He hit a ground ball to first his first time up and got a single to center last inning. One of the 2 hits Hope got last in the 5th inning. Edsel checks the runner at second and delivers. Here's the pitch, bounding ball to third. O'Keefe comes charging. Will he have the arm? Now that one bounced in, and Cassell couldn't quite catch it on the first attempt, and the juggle allowed Gardner to be safe. And so
I think that's a hit.
We're going to have to wait for Mike's decision here.
I think it was a hit. I think it was.
Now batting the left fielder number 3, Spencer Cable. Well, it was a slow ground ball, and in this case, I think that it was probably the best option for O'Keefe to try and bounce it in there. So scoring it a hit, I think, is fair. Cable now down a strike. Hope with the runners at first and third. 2 out. The delivery, a curveball, breaks away for ball 1. Very little breeze here at Nicolay Field today. Here's the pitch. That's pretty close inside. 2-1. And you have Gilpin at third base and Gardner at first. Here's the pitch, swung on and missed. Big swing that time from Cable. He was trying to get some extra bases there. Two delivery on the way, and it's wide, and this is going to give Hope a chance to score on the wild pitch, as racing home is Gilpin. So wild pitch leads to Hope's 5th run and is now 16-5. Gardner will of course advance to second base. And we'll be getting ready for the 3-2 delivery here from Edsel. Here it comes, and there's a drive, base hit. Cooper coming in, racing in on it. Here it comes the throw. Runner going to try and score. Throws way off line, and Rainey does a good job cutting it off and keeping the runner at first base. But it is now a 16-6 game.
Let's keep chipping away.
Now batting the right fielder number 13, Kanan Bain.
All you can do in this situation is chip away. Chip away. We talked about it, station to station.
There's the pitch, fouled away. Good delivery that time by Edsel. Bulldogs have action in the bullpen. That looks like Russo throwing down there. This inning started harmlessly enough with Edsel getting the first 2 guys, but a double by Gilpin and then the infield signal by Gardner. And then Cable followed it up with a single to left.
Bottom of the order coming up huge for Hope here in this game.
Well, certainly in the last 2 innings, they have been the show here. Edsel delivers, and that one hit him. And this is getting to be a worse situation for the Bulldogs by the moment. The next batter is going to be center fielder Evan Mayday, who you may recall last inning was who they brought in for Edsel to face as for the lefty-on-lefty matchup. Edsel got him on a bouncing ball to Wood. I'm sure they'd like to keep him in the game here to get that lefty-lefty matchup again. but this may be a batter that Edsel has to rear back and get if he wants to stay in the ball game.
Hope is really making this into a game, like you said, not what you want if you're the Bulldogs.
Well, again, part of it is it's not been good baseball. Too many hit batters, walks in these last 2 innings, and that's allowing Hope with the hits they do get to move those runners in, and they've put up 6 runs here. And there's another beanie. So Mayday walks to first. And again, we got the bases loaded, and 2 of these runners, just stood there and got hit by the ball. And that's going to be all for Edsel.
Turned into a game. New pitcher coming in. We'll take a break here on the Adrian College Sports Network. Bases loaded, 2 outs in a 16-6 ball game here on ACSN.
Bulldog fans, connect with Adrian College TV on social media to be updated when we're broadcasting live, to see highlights, plays of the week, and much more. Adrian College Television is on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. ACTV's handle is @Adrian College TV on every form of social media. Thank you for tuning in and subscribing to the home of the Bulldogs, Adrian College TV.
Well, Trip Russo coming on for the Bulldogs here to try and stem the tide here as Hope has roared back with 6 runs in the 5th and 6th innings. They've still got the bases loaded, and suddenly a comfortable 16-0 lead has dwindled to 10, and could dwindle more if Russo cannot get this out here, and he'll be facing the number 4 hitter in the Hope lineup, catcher Cal Barrett. So Tripp in kind of a bit of a situation. This is probably about as bad a situation as you can be with a 10-run lead. Ladies and gentlemen, now pitching for the Bulldogs is number 15, Tripp Russo. Russo in place of Elliot Edsel. Batting for Hope College is the catcher, number 7, Cal Barrett. So it'll be Barrett against Russo here in the bottom of the 6th. Bases loaded for the Dutchman. The Bulldog reliever Russo, the freshman out of Tampa, Florida, throws a ball inside on his first pitch.
Well, I'll tell you what, one nice thing about having your closer go so many innings yesterday is Russo should be completely fresh.
Yeah. But another thing you'd like to get out of today's game without him, considering how this has transpired. And Hope gets a hit here, and it's suddenly a ball game again, and you may need him. So big at bat here in this ball game. Here's Russo now, kicks and delivers. The pitch popped up on the infield. It's going back to the screen, and Gunnar Rainey leaps and catches it before it hits the wall, and this inning is all over. So the rare foul out to the catcher at Nicolay Field is how the Bulldogs get out of the 6th inning. As Hope scores 2 runs, they've pulled to within 10. It's Adrian College 16, Hope College 6. We'll be back with the final 3 innings of this game in just a few moments on the Adrian College Sports Network.
Bulldog fans, connect with Adrian College TV on social media to be updated when we're broadcasting live, to see highlights, plays of the week, and much more. Adrian College Television is on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. ACTV's handle is at Adrian College TV on every form of social media. Thank you for tuning in and subscribing to the home of the Bulldogs, Adrian College TV.
Adrian College is a pinpoint like no other. With our 77 undergraduate degrees, 47 majors, and 21 broad fields of study, Adrian has a one-of-a-kind, hands-on learning experience for everyone. Do you want to visit the campus of Adrian College in person? Visit adrian.edu/campus-visit. Again, that's adrian.edu/campus-visit. Come take in the beautiful facilities at Adrian College for yourself.
So we're back here at Nicolay Field, getting ready for the top of the 7th. And things a little tighter now. Leading off for the Bulldogs in the top half of the 7th is right fielder number 16, Tristan Richardson. You may recall back in the second inning I said Bulldogs need to keep trying to add some runs because even though they're up 7-0, that's a big lead. This is exactly what I was talking about. There was just too much time left in the game. And, if they'd have stayed on 7, this would be a one-run ball game right now. So the extra runs are coming in handy. Here's Richardson with a big swing for strike 2.
You really had to know, too, with a team that has scored 306 runs on the year and has just about a 300 batting average, they're going to get something going. That's hope the Flying Dutchman's numbers. They have an offense. Just took them a couple innings to really get into it. And that's the bonus for Adrian is their offense stepped on the gas immediately. Because right now we'd probably had the Bulldogs knock out the offense going. This game's probably tied up at 6 right now.
Well, again, baseball is such a game of emotion. There's a drive by Richardson that's going to be foul. But, when the Bulldogs kept scoring inning after inning, that's a downer for, the Dutchmen to just see that and keep falling further and further behind. Once Adrian, kind of slowed down here, they've only got 1 run in the last 2 innings. Hope has picked it up offensively. Pitch is wide for a ball to make it 2-2 to Richardson.
It's also courtesy of props to Ellie Kane, who has done really well on the mound coming in and kind of a terrible situation if you're a pitcher. But he came in and shut him down and limited the damage.
He gets Richardson on the strikeout. He strikes out swinging, and that'll bring up Sean O'Keefe. Now batting the third baseman, number 12, Sean O'Keefe. O'Keefe still looking for his first hit of the day. He has walked, fly to center, popped up to second base, and struck out his last time. There's a bouncing ball over to third. Marucci can't get it. Long throw, and he is going to be safe as that was just too far for Brant Kim to throw across the diamond in the time that Sean O'Keefe was going to give him. So a base hit, infield hit, and that'll bring up Ty Peck for the Bulldogs. Now batting the center fielder, number 6, Ty Peck. Once that ball got by Marucci, it was going to be very difficult for them to get the runner. There's a line drive base hit. That'll move O'Keefe to second. And suddenly the Bulldogs got a little something going with runners at first and second and only 1 out. Now batting the shortstop, number 4, Thomas Miller. So the Bulldogs bats trying to answer here in the top of the 7th. Here's the delivery to Miller. It's wide, a curveball, broke a little late, could not catch the corner. Thomas has 3 walks this afternoon along with a pair of hits. So he's had a good day here at the old Nicolay Field. He's looking to increase his bounty. And that pitch is inside for a ball, make it 2-0. Again, the winner of this game the winner of the series, rather, moves on to the NCAA tournament next week. They will get the automatic bid from the MIAA conference. There's still a chance that the loser could get an at-large bid, but the automatic bid, much safer way to go, especially with the tournament format this season. 3-0 to Miller. Like Kane does not want to walk the bases loaded, I'm sure, so this is probably going to be a pretty good pitch to hit, and that one's going to be taken for a strike. 3-1 as Kane tries to battle back here. Here's the pitch down low, and that'll be ball 4. So Bulldogs have loaded the bases once again, and that'll bring up Brady Wood. Now batting the second baseman, number 11, Brady Wood.
Record-breaking opportunity here.
And he's got a big hole on the right side of the infield. The first baseman playing behind Miller. And the second baseman, Gardner, holding the runner. There's a bouncing ball to third. Throw home for one. Relay going to bounce in, and he will beat it out. The bounce kind of costing Hope right there, but they get an out. That is the second out of the inning. And so with bases loaded and 2 outs, we'll see Gunnar Rainey. Now batting the catcher, number 10, Gunnar Rainey. Here's the delivery right down the middle for strike 1. Rainier lets the breaking ball go by. Kevin Cardeni on deck for the Bulldogs. Here's the pitch, swung on, high chopper to second base. That's going to go over Gardner's glove into center field, and that will score 2 more for the Bulldogs.
It's a record.
As Peck and Miller cross the plate.
So Tommy Miller ties the single game record for most runs scored in a game.
Now batting the designated hitter, number 9, Kevin Cardeni. There's a deep drive to center field by Cardeni. Mayday waits for it, and he makes the catch. But the Bulldogs get a pair in the top of the 7th, although unearned after the error. So for the Bulldogs, give them 2 runs. That gives them now 18, and they lead going into the 7th inning stretch by a score of 18-6. You're watching Adrian College MIAA Championship Baseball here on the Adrian College Sports Network.
In its 2021 edition of America's Best Colleges, U.S. News & World Report has once again ranked Adrian College as a top regional college in the Midwest. The institution was named to the Best Regional Colleges Midwest section for the 7th consecutive year, and once again listed number 2 in the Most Innovative Schools category. In addition to these honors, Adrian College was also named to the Best Undergraduate Teaching and Best Value College lists. Adrian College has been established as a distinctive and innovative educational leader in the United States. The institution places priority on a culture of innovation and critical thinking. This is the 12th consecutive year Adrian College has been featured by U.S. News & World Report. You can see the full list of rankings and find more information on their website. For more information about Adrian College, visit adrian.edu.
Leading off for Hope in the bottom of the 7th is shortstop number 10, Brant Kim. Get Brant Kim to lead it off for Hope here in the bottom of the 7th. He'll be facing Trip Rousseau. Came on and got the final out on that pop out with the bases loaded. And there's a pitch that was dangerously close once again to hitting a Hope batter. Hey, you don't want to see that. Sure, Coach Rainey really wants to see Russo pound the strike zone here. He needs a good inning of relief for somebody in this bullpen right now. Again, a 12-run lead is a 12-run lead, but the momentum that's going on right now, and just to get some confidence, hopefully for the tournament. There's a fly ball that's going to be caught by Cooper. That ball kind of hung up for Cooper, and Kim is retired for the first out. Now batting, the third baseman, number 14, Joey Mirucci.
So this is something that nobody would have saw during the broadcast on our camera angles, but we were watching it here develop.
There's a pitch that is almost straight up, home run in a silo, but an out in the mid of Gunnar Rainey.
Another catcher fly out.
That one did drift fair, however, so.
What were you saying, Matt?
Let Goose do his PA thing. He does have 2 microphones.
Now batting the first baseman, number 8, Grant Barrett.
I was saying, when Trip Russo came in, actually, Coach Rainey actually walked all the way down to the bullpen. I'm going to imagine he had a few choice words for his bullpen to get them in the mindset that this game is still something that needs to be taken seriously and go out and perform, because you're still trying, the bullpen is still trying to win a spot to pitch in the World Series. Who's going to be the guy?
Yeah, definitely, and especially when you can only dress 26 going to your regional, that limits how many pitchers you can bring. So, these guys out of the bullpen are competing with each other because, who's getting hot at the right time that they can trust late in the games, especially when you get to that 8th, 9th inning after Ricker's done or after Banks is done, or after the Swanson-Trey Miller duo. Who's going to be that guy that shuts the door at the end of the day?
Well, and again, when fans see a score of 16-0, they figure the game is over and it doesn't really matter at this point. But coaches, on the other hand, they just hate to see bad baseball. And like I said, the problem with the runs that Hope was scoring was there was just too many hit batters and walks and things of this nature. When you come in out of that bullpen, you have got to come in throwing strikes because, again, Bulldogs now up 12. Russo working. He's got to just make sure that Hope hits it and let them get themselves out here. Because, again, we see it time after time. Guys hit line shots where they barrel the ball up and it's caught by somebody. So, you just can't give free passes, especially when you got a big lead like this. Here's the pitch just outside. Wow. That one just missed. Yeah, and that was probably too close to take. Barrett fortunate to still be standing there. He gets the 3-2 pitch. There's a swing and a miss and a pop foul over the grandstand. Stadium, it's kind of clouded over here at the old Nicolay Field.
Yeah, it reminds me of the weather being cloudy.
Well, the thing I notice is this is the time where normally you'd see a big shadow, as this one is popped out towards the Bulldog bullpen. That would be kind of an advantage to the pitcher, but
yeah,
we're also kind of getting to the time when the first baseman will also struggle with the sun as it goes down. So we'll try 3-2 again. 2 out here in the bottom of the 7th. Russo trying to get the Bulldogs back in the dugout. Here's the delivery, and it is swing and a miss. He threw him the changeup and got him to strike out. So for the Hope in the 7th, they get no runs on no hits, no errors, no one left on base. And at the end of 7 complete innings of play here from Nicolay Field, the Bulldogs lead 18-6.
Adrian College's 2020-2021 enrollment has set a new record at 1,865 students. The incoming freshman class of 602 new students helped set the new record. This is the 13th consecutive year the Bulldogs have had an incoming class of more than 500 freshmen. Nearly 6,000 high school seniors applied to attend Adrian College this fall. Why do so many students choose Adrian? Adrian is constantly expanding majors offered to incoming freshmen. If you're a high schooler or know someone who is looking at taking their education to the next level, AC could be the answer. To see the programs Adrian offers, learn more about the process, schedule a visit, and even apply today, visit adrian.edu/admissions. adrian.edu/admissions. We look forward to seeing you on campus.
New pitcher.
25.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please. Now pitching for Hope College's number 25, Micah Holsworth. Holsworth in place of Eli Kane. Leading off for the Bulldogs in the top of the 8th inning is first baseman number 17, Joe Cassell. So a new pitcher on here for Hope College, number 25, Micah Holsworth, is coming in the 8th inning. And his first pitch is a ball wide on Joe Cassell, who's still looking for his first hit of the day here.
Holsworth has 6 appearances, 7 innings pitched, and a 7.71 ERA for the Flying Dutchman.
There's another pitch that's inside for ball 2. As Giselle leading off for the Bulldogs. We mentioned Giselle played most of the season in right field as he takes a strike on the outside corner. But since Tristan Richardson has gotten back into the lineup after nursing an injury all season, Cassell now getting a lot of time at first base. So you can keep both their bats in the lineup. It's now 3-1 to Cassell. Here's the pitch, and that one's ball 4, and Cassell will walk down to first base. So again, we have a reliever coming into the game and issuing a free pass to the first batter he faces. Now batting the left fielder, number 21, Brandon Cooper. And that immediately leads to trouble. That one's on the outside corner for a strike. Cooper crowds that plate. He's deep in the batter's box. Holsworth now comes to the set, delivers, and there's a drive to left field, and that's going to be caught easily as Cable took about 10 steps in and made the catch. And that'll bring up Tristan Richardson. Now batting the right fielder, number 16, Tristan Richardson. So that is the first out recorded by Holsworth. The first pitch to Richardson is well wide of the plate. There's a foul ball away. Holsworth, a junior from Libertyville, Illinois. To Libertyville High School in Illinois. Here's the delivery to Richardson. That's fouled away. Marucci giving chase, but that's going to be in the Bulldog bullpen. So that moves the count to 1-2. As the Bulldogs, what looks like it will be their final home game of the season. You never know, especially in the COVID era, what could happen next week, but it looks like they'll be on the road if they win this game and make the tournament. There's a ball inside, and it's 2-2.
It'll be interesting to see how that tournament breaks down and where the Bulldogs land or if they host.
Well, again, with those 6 at-large bids and everybody playing a tournament similar to what the Bulldogs are involved in here, as the 2-2 pitch misses inside, you never really know where the upsets are going to be and how that's going to affect who's the at-large team. So while it looks right now that the Bulldogs probably would go to Marietta, you don't really know. There's ball 4. Because crazy things can happen when you get to the selection meeting. Now batting the third baseman, number 12, Sean O'Keefe. So the Bulldogs now with runners at first and second. They've got 1 out. Sean O'Keefe is up to bat as Cassell leads off second base and Richardson off first. Hope not holding Richardson. Their first baseman playing well behind Tristan. Infield is kind of bunched up the middle looking for a double play. Only Marucci at third base is even remotely near the bag, so Hope playing deep for the Bulldog third baseman. Here is the pitch on the way, and that's wide. There, you could just tell that Holsworth was spending too much time with the runners, trying to look them back. He barely even looked at home when he threw that pitch. So it's 1-1 to Sean O'Keefe. Pitch down low for a ball, 2-1. Keith had a big year for the Bulldogs, playing a stalwart third base. He came into the game batting .247 as he takes a strike, making it 2-2.
He's really solidified his role over at third base with his defensive abilities. He has a bat with him, but he is in the lineup for his defensive abilities over at third base.
Well, you know, for much of his career, that was kind of a thing he did, would be to come in late innings and provide defense for the Bulldogs. And he became a key contributor when Dugan Darnell became a reliever. So Dugan would leave third base to finish a ball game, and O'Keefe was always there to play strong third base in his stead. There is ball 4, and the bases are now loaded with Bulldogs. And again, each one of these runners has been put on base by the base on balls. Now batting the center fielder, number 6, Ty Peck. So the 3 walks are going to encourage a trip to the mound.
Something we haven't gotten to talk about, Goose, on air is the new mound here at Nicolay Field. An all turf mound.
Yeah, that's a lot different than the one that was here before. And again, I think part of it was the fact that this looks like maybe a better mound, just because I don't think it would get as slippery in the rain as the other one did, which was its big problem.
And also, pitchers are allowed to wear spikes now on the mound. They were not able to with the old mound. Just an all-around. Honestly, it makes the field look a lot better, too, in my eyes.
Mm-hmm. There's the first pitch to Peck for a strike. Yeah, has a more dirt-like look to it. Again, you can clearly tell it's not dirt, but again, there'd be a hole about 3 feet deep if it was dirt at this point in the ball game. And I think that's the advantage of these artificial turf mounds. There's one right back at the box. It goes off the pitcher and to the second baseman. So that'll be a fielder's choice 1-4. And the Bulldogs will score another run as Peck gets an RBI. Now batting the shortstop, number 4, Thomas Miller.
Also talking to head coach Craig Rainey, he said, yeah, the pitchers are allowed to wear spikes. They love it. They love being able to have spikes back on their home mound. You get a lot more of a grip when you have that stride and that plant foot down. You really pull your momentum with the spikes.
Here's the first pitch to Miller. It's high for a ball.
Just constant improvements here at the Nick.
And just a reminder, with that run crossing the plate on the 4 South, the score now 19-6. And there's a drive to center field. Mayday going to make the catch, and that will end the inning. So the Bulldogs get 1 run in the 8th. We're at a point where the Bulldogs need 6 outs to win the championship. And we'll bring it all to you. And our score after 7.5, Bulldogs 19, Hope College 6. We'll be back on the Adrian College Sports Network.
The Adrian College Media Production House provides opportunities for students to learn and grow live on the airwaves, just like Matt Kibbe.
I've gotten a chance to create a relationship with coaches and teams and learn more from people instead of trying to teach myself something. Gotten an opportunity to expand my knowledge of sports, hone in on my skills as a broadcaster, and learn about equipment in different ways. You get more of a connection with professors as well.
Providing opportunities, growing leadership. The Adrian College Media Production House. Thanks for tuning in. Adrian College is looking for leaders, student athletes with the tenacity to keep the Bulldogs at the top, the forefront, in and out of the classroom. The Bulldogs are looking for talent, character, hard work, grit, leaders who can electrify sold-out crowds, got out a last-line shift, will their team to victory, hit a grand slam in the bottom of the 9th, and be a part of a legend in the making. Think you have what it takes to become a Bulldog? Visit adrian.edu to learn more.
It looks like Evan Becker is going to pinch hit. Okay, we're back here. We got some changes going on as we're going to see a pinch batter. Also, the Bulldogs have a new pitcher. We'll announce him into the game. Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please. Now pitching for Adrian. It's number 43, Trey Miller. Miller in place of Russo. So Miller into pitch. We're expecting Becker to pinch hit. Also a change in the Bulldog lineup. Now playing first base is Aaron Valentine. A change in the Hope lineup. Now pitch batting for the Dutchman is number 2, Evan Becker. Becker in place of Andrew Gilpin. So Eric Becker will see his first action of the day as he takes the delivery from Miller in for a strike. Trey Miller coming in here to work the 8th inning. This pitches the ball.
Yeah, he's got 8 appearances on the day, 21 1/3 inning, a 3.38 ERA.
Here's another ball from Miller. So the pinch batter now with a 2-1 count. As Hope trailing 19-6. Looks to get something going. There's a smash down to O'Keefe. He will fire across the diamond to Valentine. And there is one dead here in the first inning. Eighth inning.
He's got a great arm. O'Keefe does over at third.
Now batting the second baseman, number 6, Nolan Gardner. Swing and a miss by Gardner. Here's strike one. Here's the next offering. This is a bounding chopper to Valentine. He will try to take it himself and does. And just like that, there are 2 quick outs in the Hope half of the 8th inning.
Made that a lot closer.
Now batting the left fielder, number 3, Spencer Cable. Well, think about it was kind of a high chopper, and if you waited for Miller to get over there, Miller was going to have to make a tough catch on the run. So this Valentine could beat him. He did beat him, and that's exactly what you want to do as the first baseman. You can avoid making that throw, all the better.
You always notice, whenever you get subbed in on the defensive side of things, the ball always seems to find you immediately.
Oh, yeah, that's an international rule. And no, the many times I've put a young man into the game and said, now the first ball is going to be hit right at you, so be ready. And they're like, how did you know after it happens? I go, this is the way it is. Here's the pitch. There's a swing, bounding ball. Is it fair? Yes, it is. Just inside the line. That's going to rattle around in the corner. Richardson will get it. And Cable will chug into second with a double. And now we'll see Kanan Bain. Now batting the right fielder, number 13, Kanan Bain. The first pitch is wide. Bain's been big contribution today. Offensively, he's been getting hit by the ball. He's 0 for 2 with 2 beatings.
Back-to-back at bats.
That's a tough way to go.
He's just doubling up on everything. 2 groundouts to third and then 2 hit by pitches.
Well, it's 2-0 to him right now. So he's being selective. That's all he should be in this situation. That's ball 3. Of course, Mayday's on deck, so getting on is, by any means necessary, is the idea here. And he takes a ball for a 4-pitch walk. So we get 2 quick outs, but then a double and a walk. Leaves an opportunity here for center fielder Evan Mayday. Now batting the center fielder, number 1, Evan Mayday. Miller's first pitch, a strike right down the middle. So after 4 straight balls, he went right after Mayday. And the stadium kind of quiet at this moment as the pitch sails outside. It's 1-1.
Well, we've officially hit the 3-hour mark of the contest.
Yeah. We got a decent crowd for this game. Not too many fans have left as the ball bounces into Gunnar Rainey for 2-1. It's good to see the fans back out here, though. That's really gives you hope for the next season being back to being able to watch the fall sports in earnest. And, of course, getting everybody back to the Arrington Ice Arena in the winter. Here's a bounding ball to Valentine. He will love it. Step on the bag, and the Bulldogs are out of the inning. So for Hope, they get no runs on 1 hit. There were 2 men left. And as we go to the 9th, the Bulldogs lead here at Nicolay Field 19-6 over the Hope Flying Dutchman.
Bulldog fans, connect with Adrian College TV on social media to be updated when we're broadcasting live, to see highlights, plays of the week, and much more. Adrian College Television is on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. ACTV's handle is at Adrian College TV on every form of social media. Thank you for tuning in and subscribing to the home of the Bulldogs, Adrian College TV.
You did not just use the flash again. Jay Hanna losing his mind up here in the booth.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention, please. Now pitching for Hope College is number 16, Matt Gation. Gation in place of Micah Holsworth. So we got a new pitcher coming in for Hope College here in the 9th inning. It'll be Max Gation, a tall left-hander. Gation hails from Stevensville, went to Stevensville Lakeshore High School. He is a senior. I said he was tall. He stands 6'7", weighs 205, according to our Hope College baseball roster.
Yeah, he's towering over the mound.
Leading off for the Bulldogs on the top of the 9th inning is second baseman number 11, Brady Wood. So Brady Wood to lead it off here in the 9th. Bulldogs 3 outs away from a championship and the automatic bid to the NCAA tournament. Their first pitch is a ball low from Gation. There is action in the Bulldog bullpen. Can't quite see who that is, but Gation throws another ball, making it 2-0.
It's Michael Swanson in the Bulldog bullpen. Thought for a second, would they go with Jacob Hanoyan? But after yesterday's performance, I'm going to let him rest.
Yeah. I think the other thing, too, is what they're trying to do is, because, you know, we're used to playing 4 games a weekend, they're trying to get everybody an inning or two to keep them sharp and competitive for the tournament, should they make it. And annoying, he definitely pitched enough last night as Wood takes a base on balls. Now batting the catcher, number 10, Gunnar Rainey. First pitch to Rainey's the ball. See that A.J. Miranda has grabbed a bat. He's probably going to pinch hit here.
Hero from last night's game.
Gunnar Rainey fouls it back to the screen. That's going to be strike one.
The question is, does Jay still have the replay from yesterday's walk-off?
We'll probably see that on a few highlight films.
Probably.
As we move forward. That was a great game last night by both teams.
Yeah, that was incredible.
And
back in fourth game.
Yeah, and the Bulldogs got the early lead. Hope came back, took the lead. And Tristan Richardson had a big base hit in the 9th inning to tie the game. And then that led to Miranda's heroics in the 13th. There's the pop-up. Giving chase are all the Dutchmen, but it's going to land. If the net wasn't there, it would have been in the first row of the stands. So 1-2 to the Bulldog catcher. Today's game kind of got out of hand early. The big inning was the second when the Bulldogs got 5. But the big thing is Rainey fouls another one. I don't know if that hit the umpire or the catcher. The Bulldogs get 2 in the first. They got 5 in the second, and then they just kept adding on. They got 3 in the third, 5 again in the fourth, 1 in the fifth, 2 in the seventh, and 1 in the eighth inning. And now they're batting here in the ninth with runner at first and nobody out. Gation checks Wood at first base, and he delivers. Here's a curveball struck to center field. Mayday will be there, and Rainey is out on the fly to center. Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please. Now pinch batting for the Bulldogs. It's number 30, A.J. Miranda. Miranda in place of Kevin Cardenti. So here's Miranda. He'll be the pinch batter. He'll be followed by Valentine, who went into first base defensively last inning for Casal. And the first pitch to Miranda is a strike for strike one.
Jay, do we still have that replay?
There's the curveball that misses. Going around the plate there. Breaking just a little bit late, so Miranda. Again, another Bulldog batter who tries to encroach that inside line of the batter's box and get close for the purpose of plate coverage as he takes another ball again. A lot of good hitters do that. And let's dare the pitcher to throw the ball inside. Here's the pitch. There's a swing, and Miranda got a lot on that one, but he was way in front, and it ends up probably on 223. So look out, motorists.
Might have hit one of the new fence going in along 223.
2-2 pitch on the way, down low for ball 3, and it'll be a full count.
I guess this could either be a good or a bad time to mention this, but the Hope Flying Dutchmen have turned 22 double plays this season.
Well, this would normally be a base running stealing situation. There's a drive to left field for a hit. Of course, the Bulldogs not running with this kind of a lead, but
oh, you can see the replay here from last night's walk-off winner from A.J. Miranda.
Now batting the first baseman, number 8, Aaron Valentine.
That's how the Bulldogs won last night over the Hope Flying Dutchmen. So that brings Aaron Valentine up, as Goose mentioned.
Valentine getting his first at bat of the day. He's got runners at first and second. He takes a strike on the outside corner on the first pitch from Gation. Gation walked Wood and got Gunnar Rainey on a liner to center and then gave up a single to left here to the pinch batter Miranda. Here's Valentine waiting. That one breaks right over the plate the last minute for strike 2. So Valentine will now need to protect the plate, down 0-2. He wants to try to put this in play and at least move these runners up. Here's the pitch. There's a swing and a pop up to center field. Mayday shades over there. He makes the catch. Wood going to go to third, and we get a runner moved up, but there are now 2 outs, and that'll bring up Brandon Cooper. Now batting the left fielder, number 21, Brandon Cooper. So Brandon Cooper standing in here. with 2 down and runners at first and third here in the top of the 9th. There's a curveball that breaks across for strike 1. Ogation comes to the set, delivers. There's another breaking ball. Gation has displayed various speeds on his pitches. That is his main weapon in fooling the batters. And Cooper now down 0-2. Here's Gation's 0-2 delivery. Got him. So that will end the inning. The Bulldogs leave 2 in the 9th. They do not score. They will go to the bottom of the 9th with a 19-6 lead, needing 3 outs to win the championship. And we'll be back on the Adrian College Sports Network to bring.
Bulldog fans, connect with Adrian College TV on social media to be updated when we're broadcasting live, to see highlights, plays of the week, and much more. Adrian College Television is on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. ACTV's handle is at Adrian College TV on every form of social media. Thank you for tuning in and subscribing to the home of the Bulldogs, Adrian College TV.
Adrian College is a pinpoint like no other. With our 77 undergraduate degrees, 47 majors, and 21 broad fields of study, Adrian has a one-of-a-kind, hands-on learning experience for everyone. Do you want to visit the campus of Adrian College in person? Visit adrian.edu/campus-visit. Again, that's adrian.edu/campus-visit. Come take in the beautiful facilities at Adrian College for yourself.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please now. Pitching for the Bulldogs is number 39, Michael Swanson. So we're ready for the 9th inning here at the bottom of the 9th. And to take you home this afternoon is going to be Matt Kibbe. Matthew.
New pitcher, Michael Swanson on for the Bulldogs. He's going to have the meat of the order 3, 4, 5 due up here in the bottom of the 9th inning. Here on the Adrian College Sports Network, streaming on WVAC Adrian 107.9 FM, as well as on the Adrian College TV YouTube channel, live, free, and in HD. The Bulldogs looking for that automatic bid into the NCAA tournament with a win here today, a sweep of the Hope Flying Dutchmen, and a tournament championship and regular season sweep in the MIAA.
Leading off for Hope College in the bottom of the 9th inning is the catcher, number 7, Cal Barrett.
Swanson comes in with a 3.10 ERA and 20 1/3 inning of work. And like I said, going up against the meat of the order. 3, 4, 5 due up, starting with Cal Barrett. First pitch of the 9th inning is a called strike right down the middle. It was a fastball. And it's going to take a miracle here for Hope to get back into this game and force extra innings or even take a lead and win the game. 19-6 is the score here at Nicolay Field. 0-2 the count on Barrett. Curveball fouled off. We'll do it again. Across the line. Bulldogs, the road team, 19 runs on 16 hits. They have no errors. Hope, however, 6 runs on 10 hits. They have 2 errors. As that one's fouled into the dugout.
Look out.
Yeah.
A little friendly fire there from Barrett into his own dugout.
Hope faithful and the Adrian faithful still here. Hope traveled really well for this game. They'll be for sure giving their team a standing ovation on a great season. The 1-2. Now it's 1-2 as that one gets away from Swanson. I think I mentioned Swanson has a little bit of work, 20 innings. Breaking ball, called strike 3, a beautiful bender to get Cal Barrett.
Now batting the shortstop, number 10, Brant Kim.
Brant Kim rolls it over. O'Keefe is there, has an arm. Over to first in time. 5-3 on the putout. There's 2 outs up on the board. Hope is down to their final out.
Now batting the third baseman, number 14, Joey Mirucci.
Season on the line. Hope will be looking for an automatic bid, or an at-large bid in the NCAA tournament. Might have the resume to get him in. First pitch down low. On the year, Hope is 25-14. It's 39 games played. The one problem you might have is most of those games have been conference games. Two 2-0 here on Marucci. Here's the 2-0. Swung on, fouled off. Oh, almost took out the one fan on the outside of the netting.
Hey, the Dutchman batters are hitting some wicked foul balls in this ninth inning. This is definitely a time to pay attention for debris flying in the stands.
The 2-1 rolled over to second. Wood is there, throws it over to first, and the Bulldogs are going to the NCAA tournament as the MIAA tournament champions. The dog pile ensues beyond the mound. The Bulldogs win 19-6. And as they say before every game, it's T-shirt time here at Nicolay Field.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of today's game. Our final score here this evening is Adrian College 19 and Hope College 6. Here is the final line score on tonight's game. For the Bulldogs, they had 19 runs on 16 hits. They made no errors and had 14 runners left on base. For Hope College, they had 6 runs on 10 hits. They made 2 errors and had 7 left on base. The winning pitcher this afternoon for the Bulldogs is Trip Russo. His record is now 1-1. And the losing pitcher for Hope is Al Vasquez. His record falls to 7-4. Time of today's game was 3 hours and 16 minutes. With this win, the Adrian College Bulldogs win the MIAA Tournament Championship. Please stay with us. We will have a trophy presentation here in just a few moments. The Bulldogs also earned the automatic bid to the NCAA Tournament, which will be next week. And the starting times and places for that, you need to stay in tune with www.adrianbulldogs.com for all the information about the Bulldogs NCAA tournament run.
We're going to take a quick break here on the Adrian College Sports Network, and when we come back, we'll have the final presentation for you here on ACSN.
If there was one word I was going to use to describe the communication arts program at Adrian College, it would be unique. Students find themselves on the radio, in front of and behind the camera, and directing their own programs. Students learn in a personalized environment that sets them up for a world of opportunities. Are you ready for your moment in the limelight? Learn more about the Rush Communications Center and Adrian College's communications program by visiting adrian.edu today.
I'm Matt Kibbe, the current student body president here at Adrian College. I chose AC because the campus simply feels like home. Everywhere I go, I know the amenities are there to help me succeed and get to the next level in my career. If you want to see what Adrian College has to offer, you can schedule an in-person visit at adrian.edu/campus-visit.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, please direct your attention to the pitcher's mound. where MIAA Commissioner Penny Allen Cook will present Adrian College with the 2021 MIAA Baseball Tournament Championship Trophy.
All the mugs making it into the picture. Bulldogs, tournament champions here in the MIAA, 4th year in a row.
This is the greatest sight besides I've ever seen. Standing in the
8-time MIAA tournament champions. They'll add another banner out into the outfield wall for 2021, as this team has been dominant in the MIAA tournament with head coach Craig Rainey at the helm.
Again, ladies and gentlemen, the Adrian College Bulldogs have now earned the MIAA's automatic berth to the 2021 NCAA Division III Baseball Championship. The selection show for the NCAA Baseball Championship will be held on Sunday, May 23rd on ncaa.com.
Well, the final score here today, 19-6 in favor of the Adrian College Bulldogs over the Hope College Flying Dutchmen. An impressive win for the Adrian College Bulldogs. It was two of them. A walk-off winner in the first game, a really close game. 6-5 was the final there. And then here in game number 2, the Bulldogs jumped out early and stayed on the gas with a couple of moments where you thought Hope might be able to mount something in the comeback category, but it ended up falling short. In the final score, 19-6. Trip Russo got credit for today's win. The losing pitcher was Al Vasquez. And the Adrian College Bulldogs move on to the NCAA tournament. Well, they will await their fate in the selection show on Sunday, May 23rd. Take a look at the celebration here on ACSN. This was down field level as the dog pile ensued right beyond the pitcher's mound. We're going to have to stabilize that later.
Well, Matt, a great performance by the Bulldogs today. They did a great job coming from behind last night to get game 1 of the series, and they decided that they were going to leave no doubt here on this afternoon, and they just kept scoring. They got runs in all of the first 5 innings, and they had 2 big 5-run innings in that mess, and it was just too big a hole for Hope to come back from. And the Bulldog bullpen did a good enough job holding them in and blanking them for the last 3 innings, and a great end to a great season. There's a lot more left, so we'll see what they can all do, in the NCAA tournament. Again, fans, you want to pay attention to ncaa.com on May the 23rd, as that's when the selection show will be on there. Also pay attention to www.adrianbulldogs.com, as Mike Prang will have all the info for the tournament up there as well. Well, time to wrap it up for another campaign here on
That's right.
ACTV and the Adrian College Sports Network. What a campaign it's been.
Yeah, it's been a great year so far. We'll pay attention, like Goose said, on May 23rd to see if Adrian College will be a host of a regional. We'll see where that announcement leads us. Well, that's going to do it for us. The final score here today, 19-6. Adrian College moves on to the NCAA tournament as the MIAA automatic bid. If they don't end up being the host school, we thank you for tuning in on ACTV and the Adrian College Sports Network. It's been a great year here on ACSN and on ACTV. This could possibly be our final broadcast of the year, and we want to thank all of the fans for tuning in and being a part of it. For Dave Van Giesen, Mike Prang, Jay Hanna, I'm Matt Kibbe. We'll see you next time and next season here on Adrian College TV.
The Adrian College Sports Network wants you to join us in thanking one of our sponsors, the Carlton Lodge of Adrian. The Carlton Lodge offers a comfortable and convenient lodging experience. Carlton has spacious rooms and suites, fit for a peaceful night's sleep. Their amenities include a hot tub and pool, a 24-hour fitness center, a business center, and much more. A huge thanks to Adrian College's Choice of Lodging for sponsoring Bulldog Athletics.
Just leave everything here. We'll get it tomorrow or Monday.